We should be live now. Should be live. How's it going, everybody? Ooh, new packaroonies. Pretty bad packs, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Pretty garbage packs. Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Let's go and pull for them. So here we are. We got all these. Now, one thing that I wanted to check. You can get it from this. Awesome. Alright, cool. Let's get pulling. So we're going to first start off with these. So see, you can actually get the characters from this. Watch. It's so easy. We're just going to get Holden and Hoyan. Hell Kid? Not bad. Not bad. Give me a quick second here because I have, for some reason, YouTube's bar on the side is not loading chat, so I'm gonna have to do some degenerate crap. Probably heard that. Cool. Okay, cool. Sweet. Hello, hello. This is my attempt with best possible damage. Check for Terror 3 to my conclusion without Claw's defense down. Sorry, if I missed everyone's stuff, then there's that. So we're pulling Holden? Holden? Yeah, pull Holden. Holden. I can't English. I'm just seeing if I get lucky with getting them through here because you can get them this way. Sorry if I missed any chat at the start. For some reason, it wasn't popping up chat on the preview page. So here we are. But now I have chat. All right, that's done. Let's see who our guaranteed SSR is. Oh, we got Doki Dupe. Okay, here's the attempt and stats. Dot team is different topic. Also, Claw's turn immediately. Sorry, Tongue. Wait. You should just send me the stuff on Discord, man. If you send it to me on Discord, then I can. For specific stuff. Do we get? That's a Lilith dupe. Fair enough. So there's our pulls. Let's go here. We'll start off with Hoyan. First pull, easy. We're done, just like that. Nah, okay. How about another? Are we in 20? No. 30. Nah, didn't get it. 40. Okay. Oh yeah, so we're exact. So this is 50. Dang, we're gonna start feeling that, so this is 60. So we're going down to 70. This is the power of not having soft pity, that's for sure. Oh wow, so we're actually hitting hard pity here. Yeah, so this is it. So now we do the, oh my god. Here we go. Oh my god, we got it! We got her! Oh my god! Is it all the way at the end? Is it actually going to be the 80th pull? It was hard pity. Hard pity. It's okay. Our Holden luck will be better. Never mind. 20? Dang. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. How many was that? Was that 50? I think it was 50. Oh, okay. Not bad. Maybe we get another one? Maybe? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Not bad at all. I will do a few more of him because I think that he is worth the dupes. I'll go down to 300. SSRs after the first on that banner is not guaranteed Holden? No. So every single one that you do is guaranteed. Every time you get one, it is 100% going to be the character on the banner. This is not refreshed yet. Yeah, we may as well finish it here. We're at 33. Okay, we're going down to 23. This will bring us down to 13 if we don't hit. Okay. Let's see if we have to go to hard pity for the second copy of Holden here for the base stats. Yeah, we are. Okay, let's just pop it. This is guaranteed on the third one. So if we don't get in the first two, we know that we hit hard pity. One, two. Alright, so this is the guaranteed one. There we go. Maybe we get a double? If there's anyone that we would get a double on, it would be this one. No? No? Nah, we didn't. Yeah, we'll do 30 more. Luckily, pity does carry over, so... I'm pretty sure, so actually, let's test this. So we're at 63 right now. So we're at 63. So no matter what, like, it carries over between any of these banners. But isn't his dupe, like, really good? Yeah, it's crit rate, right? So I really want that one. Okay. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. Could you please tell me if Holden needs crit rate main stat or defense bonus? So, to be honest, you probably want crit rate, defense, and then either another crit rate if you aren't able to get 100%, or crit damage or defense. It just depends on what's best for you. So I'm just going to get him up to 2 for the crit rate because that does help a lot. How far do we have to go here, man? 23. Wow. Dang, they really want you to hit this hard pity. I'm so glad they brought it down because we're about to go to another one. We've only hit one early. Okay. The first two are good, yeah. Can't you just buy his dupe for summon currency? I mean, it's not in the shop. Okay, pretty nice. Can we get another one? Come on, show me the double, baby. I would really love the third dupe, honestly, because that's pretty much the best one that you can go for without like just going straight to 5. Alright. Yeah, they're not in here. So no, you can't. Ah, screw it. I'll go for the third. It's just too good. Like, he's just such a good character to have scale based off his base stats. I'm addicted, man. I'm addicted. Where are we at? 35? Initial thoughts on where you think his best sets will be? Unbreakable or Bloodbath with like 8 Swift Rush seems good on him. So probably those with like 8 Swift Rush and then Colossal Guard, because that gives him like the most amount of stats. So we're guaranteed here, and this will be my final one because I think we're 5 off. Yeah. But yeah, probably one of those two. Just depending on what your build is and what your best sets are. Heard people getting him to carry health 4? Yeah. Oh, okay. So it was on the 5th one. If I get a double here, I will go all the way down to the 5th copy. Come on. You could be getting more of my pools, game. No, they don't want it. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got him. It's good enough. Let's grab all that. I have to clean up a little bit here. That's a nice dupe to get. Almost maxed out there. Now his base stats are good. Okay, cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's just the Freya that's with the ping. Yeah. Cool. Why don't you stream on Twitch? I personally don't really like Twitch, but it's more of the case like right now for some reason multi-streaming causes my OBS to crash. Wait, I've tried stream elements and stuff, so I don't really want to experiment it right now. Maybe in the future that will change, but yeah, I'm not really going to worry about it right now. Please test him without Klaus and Freya. I mean, I can't really build him right now because how you want to build him is you want to build him with, you want this up, but I need these for what I need to do to progress my account. So it would be trolling my account to build him right now. I definitely will build him, but I need to make something a little bit more consistent today, which is this team. Otherwise, I'm putting my account behind for no reason. I already have a guaranteed clear. I just need to get what I need for it. So let's do that. I had to downgrade this guy for speed. It's crazy, man. Mio's built, and that means that we just need... Yeah, so then just this. Alright, cool. Let's go here. Let's farm away. Are you thinking, what are you thinking shell-wise though? Lighthouse or Artisan? It really depends. If you're going a fast Holden, then I think Artisan's really, really good. If you're going a slow, kind of like mid-speed Holden, then Bloodbath will be really good on him with Lighthouse. I think those are probably his best 2 sets because what you can do is... Alright, it's just making sure that you guys can't hear the things in the background. What you can do is you can go here and farm from this guy Lighthouse, and Lighthouse is really good. So what happens is if you take 25% or more damage, is you'll deal like you heal back HP. So if they're like a multi-hitter like Messiah, they'll heal in between the hit. And then what happens is you also get to increase your turn meter. So if you have him on like 8 Bloodbath, so what I'm thinking is like, eventually when I get to Aurora, you farm this, you get 12 Bloodbath, 8 Swift Rush, just for the speed. And then you run him on Colossal Guard later. And this gives him a bunch of defense as well. And you'll have like an okay amount of effect resist, so they'll have to actually have some effect accuracy. They can't just have the bare minimum. And that should hopefully be able to like cut and anti-cleave a lot of people. So that's the goal right now. But that's far away, so I'm focusing on the PvE. He's going to be a really good character later though. But it's just unfortunate because I need to go here. And right now I need to at least get up here. I may have to go up here as well, depending on how, like if I'm just having an anecdotal experience with my farm, but I need this because this saves my run for the RNG bit in terms of speed tuning. And then after that, I just need to farm TERRORMATON and I need to level up Lily. I need to get this up to 5. So that's something that I'm going to have to do. I need to get up to 5. And then we're going to raise Shadow's Sonya. And eventually I'm going to try to get this up to 5 as well. Because for some reason they decided to giga buff the Inferno stages for these as well. Because they hate you. They don't want anyone to do PvE unless you build everything broken. And the strat is you do this Sonya. A level 1 with this, and you just stack a bunch of dots and you control with Marvel. So that's what I'm going to do, just because it's guaranteed, it's auto, it's fast. No worth risking it. Do you think Holden is good to pull for new accounts? Yes, I would highly recommend him to everyone. If I knew that he was going to be like this, I wouldn't have built my account the way that I did. I would have just been patient and waited for Holden. What should I max first for Holden? So Holden really wants his S1 maxed out. So he really wants this because right now it's only every 500 you only get a 7% and 3.5. When you get up here, it goes to 10 and 5% for the counterattack chance and the damage increase. So you really want to max out the S1. And then I'm pretty sure you want to max out the S3 because it gives you crit rate. You want to at least get it up here. And then finally this, because the damage multiplier on this at 400% is fine, but you do definitely want to max it out because it's just really powerful. Holden's a character that eventually you're going to want to like, at bare minimum, 545, but probably 555 eventually. Are people running Holden and Terra? If so, what comp? There was a European comp, but right now no one's done it. We'll have to see at the end of today if anyone's able to build a comp, but someone on Europe, because they got the characters early, because they get it at reset and they get an earlier reset, they were able to do it, but it was a, apparently it was manual according to people, but I don't know. I don't have a Europe account, so I can't see. Do you think it's a must pull? I would say that he's probably a must pull if you have the lattices to invest into him. For sure. For champion, your call is that how good is this guess? Honestly, Sato, I've gotten every single guess wrong. I suck. Like all my guesses are like generally this is, yeah, I mean this is pretty good. Oh yeah, well, it's definitely the 13th high school for this first matchup because this guy's just too slow and they just have no speed. They'll just get controlled. So this definitely wins at least one round. So there's that. Oh my goodness. No, they get controlled. Yeah, so this still beats RCS if they win. And beats this even if they win. So right now 13th is like guaranteed for finals. Slower. Slower. I think this is, no, slower. Okay, yeah, nah, I agree with you. I would take it. I just think they all get destroyed by the Obel opener. I'll commit. You've sold me. Let's see. I'm curious to see him in Terror. I mean, I would show him if I could build him, but I don't need to because I'm already going to be in Terror. I'll show off the Terror run as soon as we farm it up. I just need to get this. Yeah, we just have to sit in red for a little bit today. Get that. Win Grim Pursuit. Bro, I can't win Grim Pursuit. I literally can't. Win Investigation. Yeah, I could do that. Recycle 10 modules. We'll definitely be able to do that. I can't beat Inferno, man. Why do you have to troll me like that? Yeah. So is he worth the early lattice investment, like for new accounts and aim for... I would say yeah, because like if I were to start a new account and I wanted to aim for PvP as well, I would try to go and grab like Rahu and Holden, and then I would probably Selector. I mean, I'd probably reroll for Lily, and then I would... Yeah, reroll for Lily. Then who would I select her? If I... Probably Rahu. And then you pull Holden, and then you should be good. You should be good from there. You could just like tank it out for the most part, as long as you get like your Sonya and your Valerians and stuff. First time catching a stream and watching all your videos. Love your content. Thank you, XD. Thank you. Thank you. Should we save Apex summons or use them on the regular banner now? I would save them. There's not really much of a difference. You should at least wait to see who the next Apex character is. I wonder if they're going to announce it, because like the Messiah banner's just gone. Like there's just nothing. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll just wait. They'll probably announce a new character soon. There's like that light chick that we saw that is already in the file, so she'll probably come out soon. Would you level up Kloss S3 to... No, I would not level up anything Kloss. One of the good things about Kloss is that you don't need to skill her up at all. And if I were to skill up anything on her, it would be her S1 to get the speed, the plus 15 speed node on her, on those. But yeah, still wouldn't do it. There's just better characters to do it. Who's gonna win the Super Bowl this year? Jeez, I have no idea, man. I don't even watch American football. In Europe, it's used with Shadow Sonya and all 3 Inferno Clairs. Oh yeah, that's what it is. They're doing that like dot team. And you know what? I actually think that team's fine, because you kind of need Shadow Sonya anyway to complete this. I don't think anyone's been able to beat... Yeah, no one's been able to beat Sharon yet. And I think, yeah, only Grandy's been able to beat this. And no one's level 55 anyway, so... Let's do that. So, like, it at least gets you access to this. So, the good thing is like, what you want to generally do right now is you want to actually start farming TERRORMATON, preferably, to get Fury Edge. And then you come back here and you upgrade your White Fangs. And then you can also upgrade to, like, Ether Plague and stuff. And this just lets you stat check Doki Doki, to be honest. Because worst case is you just get Ether Plague on everything and you just become super tanky. That's just something you can do. So that's something I'm gonna probably do. Quick question: should I raise Valerian or Sonya for general PvE? If you have good DPS gear, Valerian's better. If you are needing to go for like slower tank type clears, then Sonya is usually the choice. Any update on the spreadsheet? No. Not yet. Not yet. I'm trying, man. It's just that I want to also do the Infernos, but the problem is that people weren't clearing. I thought some people would cook and be able to clear these, but no one's been able to clear it. And I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to clear this, but pretty much every single team that's been able to clear it, it's just either doing the Lily, Shadow Sonya, Marvel, and then like a Sustainer to stall, or they're doing Fangus. They're doing like a Fangus speed run. But yeah, I don't want to recommend that because I don't want to be like, that's the only option. But if it ends up being the only option, then I want to recommend it. You knew that question was coming? Yeah, I did. I'm trying, man. I still use spreadsheet as a guideline. It's still good and valid. It's valid up until like hell, to be honest. Is Chloros still valid? Yeah, I use him. We all use him in the in our Inferno clear, all three of us. And this was completely auto too. I could show it to you too. So this was my run. Because like the goal here is she goes, she steals the immunity, and then the immunity stops everything here from getting pushed back. Freya goes, she S3s. Doesn't matter if you hit this nightmare, by the way. Chloros goes and hits. Then Dinah goes, and she has Revelation. She crits everything. Triggers Chloros. Hits. And then Daiting goes. Boom, boom, pow. Set it to 4. She goes. She hits. She steals the buff. It actually doesn't matter if she steals the defense buff. You still will kill. It just means it's a little bit of a slower run. She goes through again with Codex, and this will set it up that Veronica will go through, and this will be enough to trigger. And then Deting will finish it off. And that's all the runs. To be honest, you don't even need the Revelation on the Dinah for the for what we were trying to do. Like, we did the math. You don't need to. You can go Codex as well. It's just that I don't want to farm another Codex right now. What main stats on modules should you use on Holden? So you want defense percent, crit rate, and then either crit damage or another defense percent, depending on what your substats are. Would it be advisable to stop refreshing at 35 using gems for free to play? Yes, if you're trying to min-max, it's definitely that. But to be honest with you, I've been max refreshing and not really spending gems on anything else, and I've even been doing arena, and I'm gaining gems. Like, I've gained 1.5k gems. So, yeah, it's tough to tell. Maybe you can go a little bit further, but I would say that if you want to be as strong as possible and still be able to compete, you can still be at, like, level 35 and do well with those red shells. Is Tiamat worth 6-starring for Doki 2? So Tiamat doesn't work in Doki Doki Inferno because of the injury mechanics, but she's good in Hell, and she's good in Aurora, but that's about it. I run Freya with an Artisan. Would it be worth switching off of that and running with Holden? If so, I could share the shell. Yeah, if you can definitely do Holden on the Artisan if you have a fast one. Sub for Veronica, so her subs are just I mean, you really care about the speed is the main thing. You need her to be 263 to 264. You can't be any more or any less. But it's just effect accuracy, and then it just happens to be effect accuracy here and defense percent here. Like, this one doesn't matter. Like, if you're doing it, it should just all be effect accuracy. It literally doesn't matter besides that. Did you farm Shadowflame Hoyan? Only to get the Revelation for my Dinah. That was it. Oh, sub for Veronica. There's not really one for this comp. This composition here in Inferno, you have to have Veronica. It literally just does not function if you don't. See the Deting build? It's just this. There you go. Do I need Deting for Chloros to work? So Deting works really well with Chloros. It's more that for Deting to work maximum efficiency, you'd preferably want Chloros, because they're super good together. But there's a lot of different options that you can pair with Chloros specifically. Rosa, anywhere where you can do Rosa and Chloros together, they're really good as long as you're not like dying or anything. That's the problem though, is a lot of that content they destroy, they're just not tanky enough. At least right now, maybe later on with better gear and stuff. But I just don't know how you get stronger from this point. Like, it's really hard to get stronger. It's very small progression things until you get like the 6 pieces. So yeah. But yeah, you don't need to you don't need Chloros to make the Ting work, but they do help improve each other. Do you recommend to build Veronica? If you are building our team, yes. If you're going to do the same team, you need Veronica built. And you need to have at least, you're probably going to need to get this up for the speed. Because it's really hard to get her to the speed she needs without it. And then you need to have it up to the 100% to spread the buffs. But that's the part I need to do now, because the issue is that the only way that my run loses is that they push back one of my attackers here, and then it ruins the speed tuning. So the immunity that you steal, that does do it. And this way, the only way that you lose is by having your Veronica not strip, which is like, it is what it is, man. So far with the changes in metaships and PvE, which SRs do you think is the best early investment lattice-wise? Ting. It's definitely Ting, Valerian, Kazuya. Those are probably the best ones. And then I would say Sonya. And then it would be Fangus has been starting to prove himself a lot in a lot of content. Apparently he's really, really good. So those are the type of SRs. And then Viper and Shiaki the Echo as well. If I use Romolka, Valerian, Gray, and Freya for Shadowflame Hoyan, still lose. Do you think I should, who should I use to replace who with? My Ting only maxes 3 so far. Romolka, Valerian, Gray, and Freya. The issue there is that you really want to speed down and speed up in that mode, because you just want to be cycling really fast. The issue is the more turns that Shadowflame Hoyan gets, the quicker it ramps up, and then you're like, ah, shit. So that's, you just need to replace them for, like, if you have Tsukiyomi, Tsukio, she's good. If you have Mio to push back and control, you can do that. Otherwise, Marvel is good. Those type of characters are really good in that area. Kraken is really good. Kloss is good for the speed down and defense break if you have her. Lily's good if you have her. Chiaki the Echo is good if you have her built. And then from there, it just depends on what other options you have. But pretty much, you just want characters that are going to be able to slow down the Shadowflame Hoyan, so she's not cycling and just killing your entire team. And then it's just about having the right amount of DPS. Yeah, Tsukio and Freya do play the same role, so you can just switch between whoever you actually have access to. Where's Veronica? Go there, go there. We don't really care about that. We'll just let this finish, and then we'll give this run a go again. So we want this. Then we want this. I mean, this piece I'm finishing anyway because I need it. May as well finish that piece. Finish that piece just for effect accuracy. Oh, I forgot. This is the build where I need crit rate. So we'll do that. It's good enough. Is that fast enough? No, it's not. Where am I lacking speed? Oh, that's why. We need to go here. And then it was this. And then it was this. And then I think we slowed this down a little bit. Oh yeah, it was this. Yeah, we were just 183. It's a little bit faster. Where did I get the other speed? One, two, three. Oh yeah, no. I went I forget how I got the gear. Keep pressing recycle. This should be fine. This is actually a really good piece. Oh, and then it killed itself. Where's the crit rate? Ah, here it was. 193. 70% crit rate, as much of that. Yeah, sweet. Sorry, I was trying to build like a different one. This was Rev Dyna. So there's that. Then we have you. We have you. We have you. We have you. That's one. And then we have Freya. Who did I build? Did I give her a set properly? Oh, I didn't do this properly. Hopefully I remember. So it was here. We went dragon. And then we needed her to be faster. I think it was... Yeah, it was here that we upgraded it. I think that's enough. That's 200. Yep. Okay, perfect. This is enough. Let's give it a go. Just make sure everything's all good. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's as good as it can get. Yep. Yep. It's all good. Okay, cool. So it hits. Doesn't matter who it hits now. This is the only RNG part about the run. No one can get pushed back. Freya goes. She codexes. She goes through. Let's actually see if the nightmare does matter. I've noticed like nightmare does do quite a bit for the team, so. He goes, he cuts through. She goes, she should steal the buff. Oh, it reduced the thing. That's annoying. I wonder if this is enough though, without the defense buff being cleansed. I don't think it is. I think we're off because we don't have the codex here. They all die. So if he cleanses the defense buff, it does kill it. That's annoying. This is one of the reasons why there's like that option to do the other codex. So I can try fixing that by giving us Nightmare a little bit more consistently. And the way I do that is I just go here to this, and it's exactly enough speed though is the problem. I just change it to that. So let's just do that. This should still be fine. Yeah, okay. Let's try it again. Like, the way that you can make this run a little bit more consistent is by getting Dinah not on Revelation, but another Codex. Because then you have another chance. And you can build her with like full effect accuracy, which is nice. Yeah, so again, we're not getting too much here. But the Nightmare helps so much. We didn't steal again, and it gets rid of our defense break. So we really need Dinah to be doing more than what she's doing now. I need to fix this. So the way that I fix this is I just go and farm the Codex because I don't like the Rev too much. It was nice, but it's inconsistent as hell. Like, because the issue is right now she needs to get more effect accuracy than what she's at, which is really hard. I just can't do much more with this. I can't even like skill this up. Okay. There's no, like, there's literally no way I can get stronger right now besides farming. Like, even farming shells doesn't matter. This is the thing that pisses me off right now about this game. They buffed the PvE so much that, like, progressing is fucking hard. Like, I have a crazy ting, crazy this, and we're all having inconsistent runs. And they want us to tank down and spend fucking a million years in this bullshit. I have to go get another Codex. That's such a fucking annoying thing to do, is getting those Codexes. Alright, back to Codex I go. Back to Codex I go. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out stuff. So, we're going to Codex, then we need you geared. And then we need to go here. This is the Colossus build. And then we don't need that. This Freya's fine. It just needs to be, not PvP Freya. It needs to be Doki Freya. Terra Freya? Guess this is fine. And it's just that. Okay, back to Rengoku. I'm pretty sure this one becomes 10 times more consistent as soon as I have another Codex. I'm just trying to be lazy and not have to farm Codex. Sorry, when do you suggest reconfiguring shell passives? As soon as you have good shells for your DPSs, you can start doing it as soon as they're mythic. My only fire DPS is Leanne. Do you think I should build Chloros? Only have 3 perfect lattice left. If you don't have enough perfect lattice, even after resetting, then it's probably best to not build her. Mostly now that we have Holden. Why do we have Revelation? So the idea is that Revelation instantly should proc the Doom Toll. So Chloros goes, he applies this. 2 of his stacks get taken by his White Fang. Then Dinah goes and triggers Revelation, because Revelation counts as a stack each time that you crit. So by having her crit, she will crit, and that will be 8 stacks. So I'll immediately cast his ultimate. But the issue is, then I don't get to land anything with, it seems like this is not enough effect accuracy. Which I don't get. Because this is more effect accuracy than this. And I even maxed this out just to get more, like even this was just to help her not get one shot. But it's just inconsistent. And I just don't know how she's not actually landing anything. I just don't get it. But that's the idea behind it. But it's okay. They have really good DPS gear. I have enough speed. I have the strip and everything. It's just, for some reason, the game says, no, you are not allowed to do that. We expect you to one-shot absolute, we expect you to never be able to do anything fast. You have to sit there and suffer. We're only a week into the game, hopefully running for 10 years. I don't know with the changes they've been doing recently. My Dyna is also upgraded in effect accuracy and also inconsistent. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just, It's weird. It's weird. It could just be that I'm getting unlucky, but it's like, it's the same thing as like hell again. Eventually you'll just stat stick it. Just takes time. Can't you max Revelation 3rd passive for Insight passive? Yeah, but I would have to go and far. Actually, no, not really, because I need to keep her not too fast. She can't be too fast, is the thing. I do have dragons here. So if I switch this to effect accuracy. Eh. Get rid of that. But you need her to be at a very specific speed is the problem. But I guess it's fine once I get her to be a little bit higher, because then I don't care. It's just weird because his run's consistent, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't get how everyone else's stuff is working better than mine, but they have like worse stats and the speed tuning is the same, literally exactly the same. Maybe I'm just unlucky and they're getting lucky. Could be that too. Well, if fire DPS is land, do you think I should build Chloros? I swear I answered that. No. No, you shouldn't if you only have 3 lives left. Pulling Hoyan or Holden? I would pull Holden. Holden's so much better. So much better. Not even close. Ooh, okay. That's something. Okay. Winning Grim Pursuit 7 times. Oh, yeah, true. This is Grim Pursuit. That's true. Well, I had a defeat randomly? Oh, okay. How many lattice do you need on Chloros for Inferno? I mean, I'm inconsistent and I'm 4, 4, which is 9 lattices. Is he a priority pool? Yeah, I think he is. He's gonna make your account so much easier. I'd recommend him for most people. How do I get stronger from here? Very interesting question. It is farming that. Because then I get strong enough to farm. I'm not having problems here. So that's not the answer. Maybe it is just the codex. Because then I can just build her triple accuracy, and then maybe that's enough. Maybe he just has a bunch of effect accuracy. But in that case, why is Veronica landing when she only has 130? Man, dude. This game, sometimes right now, it just wraps my head around when we get to these points. What PvE content he's good for? I expect him to be good for TERRORMATON. He's already been doing well. In Europe, at least. We'll hopefully see a couple of clears with him today. He's also doing well in Aurora. I think that he's really good just in general. Like, any place that he is not colored disfavored, he should be good in. Because he's counterattacking, which is always good sustain damage, so as long as you can tank, he eventually will kill. Even if you get, like, infinitely pushed back, you'll always be able to, like, counterattack, defense break. He has an attack down and res down. All that, like, it's just crazy what he does. I think he strips as well on his S3, if I remember. 2 hits, dispels a buff, And yeah, it goes down. And when you get this to level 3 at least, it'll be 50%, but it doubles when he crits. So this is pretty crazy. So if you can just make everyone tanky enough, you're fine. So you can probably just, like, low-key, what you can probably do is build him, do the Artisan Freya, bring a Valerian, bring, like, bring Hellkid for sure, you're guaranteed to clear. It's probably just that. Why is that? That's how many? You have Holden, you have Freya, you have Valerian, you have Hellkid, and then you have one more slot. Kloss. That's true. Should be Kloss. And you're just guaranteed. Or you can also bring Chloros there. Low-key, I think I can build him, right? I actually probably should be able to build him. So how many do I need on him? Problem is I don't know if I have the gear for him. So let's see if I have the gear for him. So what I want for him is he wants Swift Rush. And he wants Unbreakable. I do have the Artisan for him as well, so I can do that. And then I can run like Gigabyte on... Yeah, I can run Gigabyte on the other chick, on Freya. Or I could try to see if I get a Lighthouse. Do I have a speed Lighthouse? I don't. Dang, I don't. But I could just use this. This is crazy on him, and then I can re-roll these two later. If this is like fire damage, it is, so that's good. So I can do like that, and then I can... Is she using it right now? She is. So I do that, I come here, I click this, and then we go to defense percentage. Just grab this one. Ah, this one sucks though. This is a good one. So we go with this. And then we have crit rate. Sure. Sure, we'll just grab this one. And then we have crit damage. Okay. I guess we just raise this one and we just accept it for now. Or we raise this one. But then we have to have triple defense this side. This one's fine. This one's really good. And this one's really good. Okay, actually we can build this guy. I don't know if I can finish him today. Probably not. But you know what? I'm actually going to build him. Because I'm kind of thinking that it's doable. It's probably safer, and I can also do it with Nico Nana as well. Yeah, I think I'll start building this guy. The problem is I don't have the, whatchamacallits. I don't have the resources to do it today. I can't finish it today. I mean, I could also build this guy as well. Rahu, no, Hellkid's definitely really good to build with him. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it, guys. I'm fine with the Veronica. I'll definitely use her, so I don't even think this is like a waste of resources. Actually, wait, I still need to... Oh, wait, no, he is the strip. Yeah, he is the strip, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go 12-12 on him. So what we need? We have 5. So what's this? 1, 2, 3. So we need 4 here. And then we need enough here as well. How many do we need? We just need 2? Yeah, we just need 2. So I'm pretty close to this. If I'm gonna build him, I may as well go all in. So we're back to summoning, baby. We're back to summoning. One crit rate, 1 crit damage, 1 defense percent, 12 unbreakable, and then swift rush as high as possible. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, let's just finish him off. Because we guaranteed get him, right? Yeah, we can guarantee get this guy. With all the summons that we have. Come on. Bro, if this is actually going to pity me again, this is ridiculous. It did. It actually hard pities me again. I'm at 1. Bro, they are not making my day good. Holden gameplay? Well, we're going to work towards it today. You know what? Just give me 3 Holdens. Not even because I need 3 Holdens, but because I want 3 Holdens. Just for fun. Give it to me so I have the perfect lattice. Nah, this game sucks, bro. Yeah, but we've hard pitied, I think. We've hard pitied at least 3 times so far out of the 5 pities that we've gone, 5 summon sessions. So anyway, let's just get the last one here. Okay. Just keep in mind we're at 51, so we're at 41. Right. Right. Alright, so this is the guaranteed one. No, it's not. We could actually not get here. Your partner would prefer you spend $100 on them Saturday night? Nah. I mean, this isn't money. This is literally just what I have saved up. HOYAN only going to be good in PvP? Nah. He's going to be good in TERRORMATON for sure. He already has proven it. We're actually hard pitying this guy. Wow. Who are we going to get? 1 summon. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just a little bit tilted. Boom. Oh. HOYAN. Oh, HOYAN, you can skip, honestly. You can skip HOYAN for sure. Okay. So, I'm full ending on this guy long term. That's the goal. So to do that, step 1 is I need to actually go do PvP. Where is it? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And technically I can do some gearing around now to like even push other people. Yeah, of course I'm gonna get spam hit at the start like always. Push, that could be annoying. Chinese players are always faster. I'll try it. Will you be doing a Holden free-to-play account? Nah, probably not. Game just takes too much time to do like 2 accounts, honestly. Like if I do a second account, it won't be for a while, just because it takes forever to do it. Is Holden still worth getting, even if you have Chloros? Yeah, they can work together. There's no reason you can't just do both. Like, the team I'm thinking right now is I build up Holden, and I go a tank down comp, so I still run, like, so... What I'm thinking right now is... I run Chloros still. I run Holden. And then I run Valerian with a Codex and Freya and Klaus. Wait, right? One. Chloros, Holden, Valerian, Freya, Klaus. Yeah. And I think that that should do fine. We outspeed, right? We outspeed. What skill to max first for PvE on Holden? S1. S1 for sure. Oh, thank goodness. I always get scared. S1 is definitely the better. Best one to do. I mean, yeah, because you can still like run a little bit of accuracy on him and you'll be fine for his S3. Your Holden doesn't deal any damage? I mean, do you have crit and stuff? Nah, we just outspeed. Hi, Koya, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How about yourself? You recommend pulling for the new character? Yes, and I did. No, he's faster. Now, is he fast enough to push me back? Probably. Oh, yeah, I have Gigabyte, lol. Oh, but he kills me here. Can I out-control him? I don't know if I out-control this guy. No, he has Gigabyte, it's over. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit of an awkward spot for my account right now, but we'll have to get through it. Yeah, I recommend pulling for Holden. Holden is who I would recommend. Let's do this. I got scary for a second. That is the one who needs to die. Up. Not gaining many points. I'm only up plus 20. Jeez, man. I know them faster than this. Hoyan not worth? Nah, he's not worth. I mean, she's not worth. She's not worth. Hoyan is not worth, in my opinion. She's definitely skippable. Unless you're a PvPer. Is a 3-3 Swift Rush Bulwark Codex a keep? Yes. I would keep it. Because you can use the, I mean, Bulwark in general, like that one can always still just go on Valerian, not even for the Swift Rush. Just purely because of the fact that you'll want it for the Bulwark. And then the Swift Rush is also nice. Swift Rush Bulwark is good on, like, Hellkid early on. So that's a good option as well. Let's get the rewards, challenge the arena, get all that. Buy the tickets. But this guy's fast. This guy is not fast. How much speed my Mio? 278. It's considered slow at this tier. Pop this guy. I really want to be touching these guys, but I don't think I can. I'm definitely faster than this guy. If I'm not, I'm going to be tilted, man, because he has slower base speed. So you think Holden's worth even if you can't build him right now? Yeah, I would, for sure, because you're definitely going to use him later. This was just a bait. He just does, and he must not have gear or something. I actually did, because he was faster than, like, the 230s. Probably going to pull Holden. Probably pull on Holden here soon. Too bad I don't care for the SRs on the banner, why they have to choose those ones. I didn't even look what the SRs were on it. Let's do this. He's faster. This is actually significantly faster. Okay, great. GG's. I love that the entire meta right now is just speed check because they don't let us farm PvE. They just want everything to be impossible to fucking farm without having like a million different teams. I should have just gone the Granny route, honestly. I even asked for permission. I was told no. Told I was trolling. Could have had a cracked out Messiah Lily by now. Pop. I think it's time to buff some characters. Yeah, honestly, I don't know why they buffed the stages for PvE. They should have left it how it was. Oh, did I ruin my orientation here? I did. I'll fix it right after. They definitely made the game more annoying for the sake of being annoying and take longer to get to the point where you can feel like you can PvP without breaking your account. There's already people who've spent a lot of money that I've seen that have actually like they're bricked, like they're stuck in hell 3 still, even though they're level 50. Yeah, the gigabytes are always jump scares. Let's just go here. Let's just go to this. I'll just change that again. A. I don't know what's going on in that chat. If you already got Holden, do you recommend spend the other of my summons on Hoyan or spend more on permanent banner? Probably spend more on permanent banner if you're gonna do it, either of those. Oh, thank goodness. There we go. You're in Hell 3 and your deting is cracked, and Chloros is... Yeah, so you have like cracked... Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like... It's crazy how, like, we are, like, people have been playing more efficient and smarter, and they're stronger than where they were in the beta, but because of the changes, they're just weaker. Like, everyone's just weaker. So, it's just stupid. I think they really need to do a big balance patch where they just say, hey guys, sorry, we were wrong. We're nerfing everything. And then they're just like, okay, cool. Here you go. We've nerfed everything. And then everyone will be happy. And they just allow Dot to be in Aurora again. They just need to do that, honestly. Because otherwise they're going to start losing people very, very soon. I mean, this brings up who? Leanne? Then we get killed. Oh, that didn't even do damage. Okay, we're G. We're all G. Like, it's okay having like the anti-sync difficulty stages and all that. It's just the fact that it takes so much to do PvE and they require you to have so many different characters is just... It's just ludicrous, honestly. I don't think it's good for the game. If you're already restricting us on stamina, you're restricting us on our progression per day through these unnecessary account level caps. Like, you're doing all this already to gate progression. Why do you need to gate progression even more? I just don't get it. It's just when you add too many layers, all of a sudden the cake starts to become a little bit too sweet and people start having teeth rot out, you know? And that's what it feels like. It feels like right now everything's rotting. Everything's falling together, like falling out of place. It just looks ugly, feels ugly. Like the whole point of why you put up with the first like week is it's like setting up all your progression, but then when you get to this point and they're like, yeah, we want you to build like 12 different teams, but we only give you like, I'm a whale, right? And I only have enough to maybe push like 1 or 2 content, right? And then some people can't even do the Inferno. And this is the most annoying part, right? So like, I'm asking myself, how do I get stronger here to progress? You know? And it's like, I have to farm this to get a 6-piece, and I also have to farm this. Oh, sorry, not this. I have to farm Inferno here to get these, to improve them and get these 6 pieces. But you have to get stronger to do that. But you can't reliably. So you're just sitting there either doing an inconsistent run, wasting stamina and just being frustrated, which is terrible experience for us as a player. Or you just have to build like a bunch of random shit, which you can't build because you don't have enough resources to do it, because they literally say, even if you spend money, we will not let you buy anymore. So I have to go and build like a Sonya here or something, or I have to find like something else to beat this. And I'm hoping Holden's the answer. I'm hoping like Holden tank everything is the answer, but there's a chance it's not the answer, you know? And then I'm just fucked, you know? Then you're literally bricked. And that's not fun. Like it's terrible. Like it's just not fun. I feel like they really, really need to just suck it up and just go, hey, we're sorry, we were wrong, and just fix it. Just put it back, revert it back to what it was in the CBT. Because no one complained. It was hard enough that you still needed to progress through normal progression means, but there was very clear ways that you could do it. Now it's not very clear once you get up to certain points, and a lot of you guys have been running into that during Hell, and I've also had it, and honestly, it's really hard to help people because I could barely do it, and I'm only just barely meeting the conditions to do it as someone who buys out all the packs. How's a free-to-play supposed to do it? Yeah, exactly, Edward. When you get to this point, it's just like, you can only be so strong. You can only be so strong. You can only have all the right units and everything, which is what we have, and we're still just not there. It's dumb. It's really dumb. Like, I'm a bit real. I'm so happy that there's another game that's coming out next week for me that I can play and like take a break and just come in and just do what I can here. But yeah, unless the devs have some secret team comp that they worked out for the plays that we haven't figured out. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. What game? Not Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. Gonna play some card games. Take a break from this. Actually be allowed to play PvP. Not have to sit here and play Farming Simulator and then them making it artificially difficult and removing everything that you were able to do to actually make the progression. Hey, Hazel Lone. How's it going? Hazel 1. Hazel 1. I remember this time. Hazel 1. Yeah. Hey, I don't have any bruisers. Should I go on go for HOYAN since my box is oriented speed control? Nah, you can always play fast with Holden as well. I would still recommend Holden. I don't think anyone should be going for HOYAN. If you are going to go for HOYAN, it's because you're picking her up and you're keeping her on the side, and you're just going to wait for someone who's a simp to figure out how to play her, and then you're just going to copy them if it works. That's all it is. For Gray, should I focus on getting which sets for his shell as a secondary DPS? There's RTA, go play, bro. Yeah, let me go play RTA with all my, all my PvE units. Let me go play RTA where, like, it's just speed check. It's just whoever rolled more speed right now. Because they have, and here's the thing, they have amazing late game potential where you can go in and you can build a variety of different compositions and stuff. But they lock it all that stuff to stop that bullshit behind the hardest dungeon, which also requires like really specific characters. Now I could probably go do this right now, honestly, like up to Hell 4, but that's not the problem. Like, I don't want to have to be sitting here to do Hell 4. I want to actually get into the Inferno in the late game and actually build the characters. Yeah, but that's not fun. That's not why I joined the game. I didn't join the game to like beat up other people and see whose PvE characters rolled the best with non like endgame gear. Like when I go to Epic 7 right now, like here's the thing, you have to think about it this way. I could go to a competitor right now, which is Epic 7. I could get a fresh new account and level, and in about the same amount of time that we've been playing this game, in 9 days, you can get to a point where you have a full endgame Wyvern team. And yes, I know that game has been out for 9 years and they have accelerated progression, but it's also the fact that that progression is based on where they were when RTA came out. And now you can go in, you can get in, you can build a team. They give you enough gear that they say, hey, build your box. You'll have a variety of characters, and then you can just do RTA right away. And yeah, sure, some of them are PvE characters. I'm not complaining about that. But I'm saying right now, they require you to build so many PvE characters in this game that everyone just has the same characters, and you're just fighting over the same picks. There's no like, people's like quote unquote pocket picks is a Fangus. Oh, sorry. It's a Fangus. You know, that's what people are talking about right now. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do some weird shenanigans. I want to be able to build characters that are for PvP, right? I want to be able to build my Rahu, but if I build my Rahu, like if I want to build my Rahu, sure, I can do PvE with him, but you know what my daily progression is going to be? It's going to be sitting there doing like 20 hours of waiting for my Doki Doki run to complete. And like, I don't see any of the Rahu players doing Inferno either, so they're going to have to like sit there and farm to the point where they can also like stat check that. But that doesn't solve the problem with this endgame progression. In order to progress into the Inferno, you have to go in and you have to farm these, the 6 pieces. So you can go and then also farm these shells dungeons. So these should be pretty easy to progress through, right? One or the other should be easy, so this way it unlocks the next part. But the problem is, you can't. No one's clearing this right now with anything besides a cheese comp, which they're probably going to go and bug fix again, which is the problem, right? So now you need 2 light and dark characters. 2 light and dark characters is what they're expecting people. For me, that doesn't matter, but I'm not caring about my position. I'm thinking about the general position, because you have to think about the general position when you're thinking, is this healthy? So there's that. And then, yeah, there's also the Etheria coin problem. Now, they did actually improve it slightly. There's more Etheria coin for sure now in live. But just overall, the progression is just too much. It's too much. There's a balancing act between it being just difficult enough that it's possible, and I'm jumping through hoops and I have to suck people off to get something to happen. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how hard TERRORMATON is. Doki Doki is probably the only one that's like okay, but the problem is like they buffed these when they didn't need to. They were already fine where they were. And sorry, I'm going through a little bit of a rant today because like I just see this and it really pissed me off seeing how difficult the fact, like at least we knew with the difficulty on the shells, like you could go and farm the shells and there you go. You're guaranteed 3 sets, because if you get a 3 set piece drop, it is guaranteed. I mean, I don't know, maybe this is anecdotal, but one of my guildmates, they've been playing and they said that every time that they've gotten a 3 matrix, it has been 3-3-3. He hasn't had any 3-2s or 1-3s. It's always been 3-3-3. And if that's true, that's great, but it doesn't matter. You literally can't get it unless you have these 2 characters. You don't have Lily, you don't have Shadow Sonya. I mean, good luck. Like, this is everything that people are playing right now. Good luck, man. Good luck. They need to nerf this. Like, yes, I know I can get to it. I know I can get to this because I have the characters. But I'm gated as well because I have to go and get lattices. But I can only have so many lattices. I can't spread them out. And they expect us to have a team for Nico Nana. They expect us to have a different team for Sharon, Hoyan, Rengosku, and that'd be fine. But the problem is, in order to do that, they need to not limit us on the lattice side of it to make it work, because you literally need to raise some of them for it to function. The problem is they make us spread our resources too thin. There's a balancing act, and they have broken the balance. They have over-tuned it to be against the player, rather than understanding that there's literally no benefit. Like, that's why people like me, I'm pissed off about this, and I know I'm not the only one, because there's all the Dot players who also invested into Dot, and now we're locked out of this, so they're just stuck trying to farm TERRORMATON, get as strong as they can to build a Doki Doki team, and then they're gonna have to come back to Aurora now, and they didn't get refunded. TERRORMATON got Giga buffed, and he's a pain in the ass, and you need him to progress for these main stats. So yeah, I don't know. Thoughts on Holden using Amber? I don't even think Amber is that good. Yeah, my point, I'll end my rant, but TLDR, there's no reason that they need to be this difficult, because if us, the whales, are struggling, I don't expect any free-to-play players to be like clearing this. And if they are able to clear it, they're only going to be able to clear one, and they're going to have to hope that they roll God gear, and that's enough to keep them able to play the game. But I expect a lot of people to start quitting as soon as they hit Inferno. Mostly when they're like locked. It's just crazy that my only way to actually progress is to either A, pray that Holden fixes everything, which is a problem in itself, that I have to pray that a single character fixes everything for me, or I have to go and build the Cheese Dot team to unlock the ability to farm this, and then hope that I can just kind of barely progress through TERRORMATON at a pretty insignificant like consistency rate with this team, because it does work, but it's just inconsistent. Get the gear to stat check it, and then I just one-shot it, and then I don't have to worry about it. And then that would fix my problems, because then I can go into Doki Doki. And I could do that. But should I have to do that? Do you think that's like a good, healthy progression for the game? I would say no. I would say that's a dog shit progression. To require people to have, you know, a team with, let's count how many SSRs like you need. 1, 2, well, technically this doesn't really count. So you need 1, 2 SSRs specifically here that you can't get. They don't give it to you. And then you need to have, how many? You need 2 light and darks. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's my rant over for today. I just think they need to get their shit together before people start quitting. Because it's not like there's not other competitors that you can go to and just have a better experience. Let's see here. Yo, where's the greens at? Why can only the Dot team clear an Inferno right now? It is very, very, very difficult. She's just too tanky, and she does too much damage. You can't tank her out. You need to have like a speed character, and then Dot is just the best because of how tanky she is. So she has 90% damage reduction, and then when attacked, she reduces that damage reduction by 1.5% for every 1 additional speed the attacker possesses compared to the unit. So this is the main thing here, compared to here. Yeah. She still has it. So she's just like significantly tankier. It's like she has double HP. I actually don't know what they did to make her I think they just gave her more HP and shit. But she just hits like a truck. She like one-shots you. Dot does bypass it. That's what makes it so good, because Dot is based on percentage HP, so it doesn't care at all about it. To be honest, Lily is actually the character for this. Man, I'm actually trolling by trying to build Holden, aren't I? Yeah, I should just build the Lily. I need to just stick to my progression route. That's the problem. Like, I would love to build this character right now, but it's actually so hard. I'm gonna build him later, for sure. But I should just build the guaranteed progression. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll just do the guaranteed progression, but let me first finish my arena here. So I think, oh yeah, I did do all my tickets. Okay, cool. We'll go shop. I need this shit, man. This is what I need right now. I need the juice. If they don't fix this up, yeah, they need a big juicer patch where they just say, hey guys, we listened, and then they fix it. And then we can go, oh my god, devs listened, and then be very happy about it. But right now, that ain't it. That is not it. And actually, you know what? I'll show you why this is so dumb. So just keep in mind, the only person who's cleared this is Grandy. And for the entire time, Grandy has been doing this really bullshit, cracked Messiah Lily stuff. This is how annoying it is. 1, he hasn't been able to clear Inferno. 2, Nico Nana, I think he did quit at one point and he gave up and he started using Shadow Sonya as well. I don't know if it's going to be on here now because everyone's just doing it now that they can farm it. Yeah, see? When Grandy is changing to a different unit to farm this, you know shit's bad. You know this shit is too difficult. When Grandy has to change from the same 4 or 5 characters that he has to something else, that this is too much. It means that this was overtuned. That's all it is. Because he's stat checked everything. Can you start build Holden? I mean, you can, but I'm not going to. I want to, but I'm not going to because I think I'll brick my account if I do, if it doesn't work out. It's too risky. It's too risky for me, actually. If someone had a guaranteed clear, then sure, but I'm not going to be the one who does that because this is not... I don't have access to a reset now, so I just can't do it. I have to do a guaranteed route. And the way I do my guaranteed route is I come here because I need to do this anyway. Yep, and I just do this. But yeah, my guaranteed route right now, which is good anyway for my account, is to level up Lily and get her S1 up. I need to get this up, and that's 4. And then I just ready to use the Shadow Sonya. Can you see the Inferno team? I mean, you can, but it's not consistent. You have to have good RNG. I need like a little bit more stats, but it's this. It's Chloros, Freya with Codex, Veronica with Codex needs to be 163. No, sorry, 263 to 264 speed. Can't be more, can't be less. It actually can't. Dinah, now, we're all using Revelation, but honestly, it's probably better to just go Codex for the consistency. And then Daiting. But your Daiting has to be like 180, 84 speed. Because you need to be able to outspeed the defense tentacle after being pushed up and stuff. Your opinions on all these nerfs? Terrible. Terrible for the game. Very, very bad for the game. And I think that the fact that they made these harder on top of nerfing stuff that people were finding to make it easy is just terrible and stupid. And I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Why Dinah, not Kloss? Is Dinah better? So it's because you really, really, really need to damage this Terrormaton. He's extremely tanky. And the idea is that Dinah has 4 hits, so you have her move after the Chloros, so this way she will do this and it will proc his Doom Toll. Now they didn't nerf Shiata, I need to build another DPS. Exactly, but here's the thing, they don't give you a reset. When they do those changes, they should just always say, hey, we made a change, we're going to reopen up the Animus reconfiguration, so you can choose to reset any characters that you want, up to 5. They should just do that. Reopen it, even if it's only for 3 days. Just be like, hey, sorry, we made these changes. We understand it's going to impact your characters. We'll give you 3 character resets that you can choose and buy. And that's just good for everyone, and people will be happy with it. I don't even, like, honestly, yes, the resets probably should be free, but I would just be happy if they gave them at all. How scarce resources are, you can't even test things out. Exactly, that's the thing. They should sell resets in the shop. I have no idea why they wouldn't sell resets in the shop. They need to. They make a lot of money. It would be good. And you may think, oh, well, that just means that everyone will buy resets when it's time to move to the next thing. Yeah, let them do it. Let them do it. Who cares? A game should be fun and not stressful. But it's stressful. This is actually stressful. Thinking, crap, how do I progress my account so I can get to the next stage? Otherwise, I fall behind, you know? And thinking about how to focus on my progress rather than just, oh, how do I start building a character that I want to build to play PvP with and have fun with strategy, and not everyone having to build the same characters to progress because you're locked into that, is terrible. It's a terrible thing. And again, like, if this doesn't get easier, like, and I'm not able to farm all the Infernos by the end of this week, not this week, sorry, but by the end of week 3, I'm probably going to have to, Etheria content's going to become a lot more casual very quickly. There's plenty of other games coming out that I would do it. CCs will buy resets and test characters without worrying about giving the progression. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? And then it would be good for you guys, the viewers, because also if you make mistakes, you can just say, ah, crap, I have to spend some crystals and reset. I bricked my account, but at least I don't feel like it's game over. Because imagine you spend a week into this game and you finally get, like, as a free to play, right? It's gonna take a week just to get to like Nightmare and stuff. And you're thinking, oh crap, I'm already starting to struggle. And then you hit Hell. You spent about 2 weeks getting there because you're not max refreshing as well. And then you run into this and you're like, okay, so I either can reset and have to start all over again, wait 2 weeks to get up here, or I can just go play a game that doesn't make me do that. I know what I would choose. I know what I would choose. The only reason that they choose not to do that right now is because they hope that they can fix it. And the fact that the game's new and hot. It won't be that case in a couple of weeks. It won't be that case. They need to fix it. Like, real quick. I do need a little bit more of this. Who to invest my yellow acid in after maxing Esther and Mocha? I have Lily and Rosa. I'd probably do Lily S1. My opinion's changed a lot. I think Lily is definitely a much higher priority to transition into the late game. Early game is still not that amazing, but like, yeah, it's fine. It's good. So let's just get her up here. I need her to be 6-star because she needs to be tanky. She needs to be fast. Shadow Sonya can be at 5-star, honestly. Feel like they got cocky now that people are spending money. They're actually not formally announcing the changes. Yeah. Yoya Fuyu. I like saying that. Yoya Fyoyo. Fyoyo. The Y is satisfying. It is. How do you use Shadow Sonya? You use her S2 or S3? Well, I mean, you can just auto it, but honestly, you're supposed to, she uses her S2 first, and that's what you want. You want to try to stack up as many dots as you can, and then have her pop it with her S3. Do you recommend getting Rosa all skill ups? I have Lily S1, Real S3, and then Rosa S2, S1. Yeah, you can definitely heavily invest into Rosa. She's a good one too. Heavily invest into, so. I'll say right now, the characters that you get rewarded for heavily investing into is Messiah. Messiah is definitely up there. You get this up, and then you do these two to level 4 at least. And then also another one is Holden is probably going to be really good to heavily invest into. Get this to 5, get this to 5, and then get this to 4, and then eventually 5 when you get a chance. Giada, even after the nerfs, in Doki Doki, she's still really, really good. I think that you could easily heavily invest into her. You just don't need to invest into this. You don't need to max this out anymore. You used to want to max this out to steal all the buffs, but now you don't want to. Another character to heavily invest into is... where is it? Rosa and Chloros. Those are like the best characters to heavy invest into right now in the game. Holden is a Leon replacement. Yeah, Holden is probably really, really good. I can only say probably because I can't test him. But I 5'd him because I am definitely going to build him once I have the opportunity to build him. Unfortunately, the game doesn't let me. It just says, nope, declined, get back to the mines. It's sad that we desire change after just a week. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. What about SRs? There's a ton that are useful, but what are the most versatile ones? So the SRs that I think are definitely worth building is Ting is good. Valerian for her S3 is good. You need Kazuya. You need her up for Doki Doki. You need Marvel, scaled really well. I'm going to have to raise him back up because he's back on the menu for the Nico Nana. So this is who I'm going to build up next. I think I have, how many? I have 4. Yeah, I need 5, so I need to go back and raise this again. So he's back up on the menu for Nico Nana at least. I did say he was going to be good for the shells later. Who else here? Dun, dun, dun. She's a good healer. Sonya's a good healer. Viper's amazing to invest into. And Fangus. Fangus has been doing really good recently. Hey Kyo, big fan. Can I ask you? I don't know what to farm right now. I'm level 48, clearing health 4. Yeah, just keep farming Doki Doki is what I would recommend farming from pretty much. As soon as you can unlock L4, I would farm Doki Doki all the way. Because you need to start getting decently fast. And you just have to go at whatever pace you can. If you're really fast already, and when I say fast, I mean if you're like over 275, then you can be fine. If like you average 250 and then your top speed is 275 or higher, you're good to go. Dinah. Yeah, Dinah is a pretty low investment character. You don't have to invest too much into her. The only reason I invested into her is because I was trying to maximize her for TERRORMATON, but you don't need to do this. Like, I would not do this. This was just because I was doing Revelation, so I thought, oh, I may as well. But, yeah, I probably would only go there at most. And this is just for the accuracy. That's literally all it is. And I don't want the speed because she's trying to be speed tuned specifically is all. It took how many pulls, brother, to max? So I had 520. Oh, I should probably stop doing that. I had 520 when I started, and now I'm at 31. And that includes 1 copy of HOYAN. So, yeah. Wasn't pretty. Wasn't pretty, man. Where are we? Kind of sucks that the next 2 days is just like setting up characters, but guess what I can do now is I can actually start bringing her. Nah, I should just go here and farm GP outposts for a bit. Any updates on the dock? I really want to get it done soon, but I don't want to promise anything because I don't know when I'll be done with it. But I'm trying. I will do it. I promise. When? I don't want to promise time right now because I said it was going to be done today and it wasn't, and I'd feel guilty if I said anything else. I tried using Freya, Dinah, Valerian, Ting, Chloros, but can't beat Hell 3 to save my life. Oh, yeah. It just becomes a stat check. Then I think it's just a module issue, and yeah, it's just a stat check. What do you recommend after having enough speed from Doki? Then it's to make sure that you have enough DPS for TERRORMATON. Or start preparing your Lilies and Shadow Sonyas. Have I done Aurora 4? No, I've not done Aurora Hell 4 yet. It's a low priority for me. It's not really going to fix my account situation, I don't think. See that. After building Lian, Rill, Daiting, who should I build next? Mainly for PV. So I would recommend building Mio and Kloss. Like, Kloss is good for PvE, and you don't really need to do anything too special for her. She just needs to be fast. She doesn't need any lattice investment, which is what's great about her. So definitely want to get her up, and then after that, like, Mio's worth 6-starring and skilling up her S1. She'll help you in a lot of PvE content, and she'll also help you in PvP. I hate this train event because the enemies are way too strong. Yeah, it's a terrible event. It just takes too long as well. Even if you're like able to clear it, it just takes too long. Oh, can you show the Remoka for Doki too? I mean, I literally just use this Remoka. It's just this Remoka. What are the shells required? Because any module, my module stats are basically identical to the teams in the book of clears. Which content are you talking about? Think it's better to heavily invest in Holden or Chloros on a new account? Probably Holden. The more and more, like, because of all the buffs to stuff late game, it seems like they want you to suffer and take 4 minutes per an auto. So just accept the tank down meta from the start, and just accept that you're going to have to spend a lot of time sitting there pressing the go again button, because not only is it going to take 4 minutes per run, but you're also going to have to do that every 5 runs because you're going to have 1-stars. But it will be better for your account long term. So Kenai Fury is the best. No, it's just whatever gives you the best substats. It's just that this is just how I get the best substats currently. I don't really want to be building like specifically for characters. If I can have gear crossover, because this is borrowing gear from these two, then that's going to be better. But right now, this is how I can get the best stats from my Remoka with the gear that crosses over. Otherwise, I'd have to go farm a specific shell for her, and I'd have to raise that, and that stunts my account's progression more than it already is. Should I invest into Holden or Messiah? Probably Holden, unless you have a Lily for your Messiah. After 6-starring your main DPS, what do you go for next? I'm assuming you go for speed buffers. I would choose one good PvE opener, so Marvel, Mio, those type of openers, and investing into them and getting their S1 up. So this way you have the speed. Mine was Mio, is who I chose. Because it's going to help you in a lot of PvE content, because a lot of the content when you get down here into Anti-Sync Echo, like most people are up to this guy right now because he becomes way too fast and you can't do this anymore. But it's just outspeeding these on the first wave so you can disrupt their like openers. Can you show each of the gear stats on Remoka? Sure. Do you recommend to farm Shadow Flame? Probably not. I regretted putting stuff into her so far. It was kind of a waste of like 2k. Well, not 2k stamina. Yeah, it was like 200, 300 stamina, and I regret it. Show Mio too? No, I'm not showing the Mios. I'm just asking for people to hit me in arena as is, man. Would Lily be a good one? I'm sadly missing Mio. Yeah, Lily would be a really good one. Because Ravi, yeah, everyone comes and just sees my speed, and then they just go and hunt me in arena. And this is why every time I start streaming, I immediately get attacked like this. Because most of the time, see, he's fishing for me, this guy. Like, this is the problem, right? Because they know that I stream, and I see their name. I can see who's in the chat, and they fish for me. And they won't do anything about it because they won't let you have like a streamer thing. So I'm just kind of stuck accepting it. I already see that there's Celestial people who do it all the time. I just accepted that that's just the trade-off for trying to build like a YouTube channel. Unfortunately, they can't even get their PvE right, so Um, what is the best replacements for Lily? Pretty much any of the openers. Marvel, Mio, those are your best two. I feel like I have so many good units, but I'm still missing Kloss. Genuinely feel like that is slowing my progress. Yeah, Kloss does help a lot with the sustain. Can you tell me then, please, just if you invest Lattice? I invested into her S1 only. I'm none into S3. Kloss is really good when you're doing like one-shot ones, because what happens is you cycle more. Like speed up and speed down is really broken in PvE when you're not one-shotting. And they kind of seem to expect you to not one-shot for a while at least. So all that stuff's really good. Does Shadow Sonya need skill ups to beat Inferno? I've seen people doing it with one. I'm going to try to do it without any skill ups. If I need to though, you're supposed to skill up her S1 if anything. Up here. Does Holden replace the Ting? Have you pulled for him and testing him? I do have him, but I can't build him. I don't have enough lattices. I would say though, if you are building Holden, you probably don't need to Ting because you're probably building a tank comp at that point. You're probably building a tank account. So you probably need to start not building the Ting. You can still build Chloros. Chloros works with him. So you can still build Chloros. But you want to start building characters as well. Like Rahu will be really good. Hellkid will be really good. Tiamat will be really good for your account. Like these type of characters, Bjorn, you want to start building those more bruisery, tanky type characters if you're going to go that route. They should for real make a testing server. There was a content creator server. There was a content creator server at one point. I wasn't a part of it, but there was one. But then they nerfed everything, so I don't think many of them are still using the same comps. They should make, would you recommend building Rahu? If yes, what are his minimum lattice requirements? So the great thing about Rahu is you don't need anything. You don't need anything for Rahu. Eventually, you do want to skill up his S2 and S3, because they are pretty good for him. Like starting off with 3 stacks of Wrath is nice, and then also increases the chance of gaining it. And then this one is really nice because he does like that. His S1 is also really good because you do kind of want it for the extra damage multiplier, because you will be spamming this a lot. But yeah, it's usually his S2 into his S1 into his S3 if you're gonna do it. I'd probably say just stop at his S2 though, if anything. So does that mean Holden isn't worth it if you already have heavy invested into Ting? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. If your Ting is not amazing, like Ting can still be used in other places. Holden is really good like when you're trying to do slower clears early because you don't have enough damage, because you haven't upgraded your gear to the next level yet. So right now Ting is kind of in a Ting is kind of in a weird spot, right? Because I'm not able to do enough to like one-shot consistently TERRORMATON unless everything goes well. So I have to wait until I get access to Fury Edge, and then I can farm and then farming Nico Nana, and then I eventually get upgrade to Ting to Fury Edge, and then to Ting is better. So it's kind of that situation where it's like that scaling of right now tanking is better because everything is scary and too tanky for me to kill. So I have to tank until eventually I have enough damage to rush them down. That's the trade-off. Is Count good on any DPS or more of a PvP shell? It's very, very good for Remolcha later, because Remolcha just wants attack and stuff. She wants stats, so she can get the big splash damage. And you're up, there's 2 people that cleared Inferno with 111 on Shadow Sonya. Yeah, that's the same thing here. We'd have a few people. What's better on Freya, Dark Moon, or Jackal? Neither, actually. So she would much rather prefer Artisan, because she can utilize the big shield. She can go like double defense and effect accuracy and get a really big Artisan shield. I think I have like 2 or 3 lattices right now, and have Remolcha S3 and Chloros S3 level 4. Should I look into Holden now as my DPS gear isn't insane? yeah, I think that is worth investing into his S1. That would be the best case scenario for you, because Chloros and Holden will work well together, because Holden does have multiple hits in his kit, which Chloros loves anyone who has multiple hits or can pair with him to do a lot of damage. So you either want a lot of consistent multi-hit damage on him, is pretty much what I'm saying. And the way that you do that is his S1 has 3 hits, and this is the one that's triggering on the counter attack. So you can trigger a lot of like off-turn attacks here with this, which would be really good. It's one of the reasons why, like, late game, when we get enough damage to just destroy everything, Rosa Chloros will probably be in a lot of speedrun teams. For people without Detang, tanking is a good option. Yeah, exactly. For a count of 5 days old, would you recommend summon for Holden? Yes, I would definitely summon for Holden. What module combo do you run on Holden? You can just run him on Unbreakable or Swift Rush. It's just the best. Just whatever your best set is. Eventually, when you get later on to farming shells, you're going to want to try to farm for either RT. You're going to want to farm for like an Artisan that has Unbreakable Swift Rush like this, because that will be his best case scenario. And then if you're really Giga trying to go into him, you can like reroll for like this one here, the defense percentage. And then this can be crit rate or crit damage depending on your stats. And this one, you really need the damage percent bonus, because he isn't going to scale well off like extra like the other stuff. So you really want like the damage percentage bonus. This shit's insane. How about Valerian? Do you also run Artisan on her? No, for Valerian, you just want to run her on any shell that has the yeah, she's using her here. Like, I use Alicorn. Alicorn's been pretty good on her, but Gigabyte is also good on her. Just whoever gives you the Wellspring 3. That's the only thing that matters for her. What would you recommend for Holden modules? Oh, I think I just answered that. It's just Swift Rush or the defense scaling one from Doki Doki. Shell can just be Artisan. Where can you use Holden in content? PvP is great. I expect him to be good in TERRORMATON. Again, I just can't test him. I have to commit to making this consistent at this point, because I've committed to it. Not Doki Doki. He'll be good in Aurora. I expect him to be really good in Aurora. And then he's also probably going to be good in these. I need to see if people start clearing this. Like, obviously the dot team is really fast, but I wonder if people can start building him for this. The thing is, we're not going to see the people who try to commit to Holden for like a day or two, because they're going to spend all day, just like me, building him as a new character, farming all this stuff. So, there's that. Let's see here. Lily. Yeah, I'm just committing. I don't want to bait myself right now. I can't afford to take risks on my account, unfortunately. Just not in that position yet. What do you think about the Unbreakable Bramble build versus the Wellspring build on Valerian? I mean, you really want as much HP as possible, because her shield is kind of her main sustain that she provides to the team. And that sustain is through her HP scaling. So she doesn't take enough turns to really get as much value off of Artisan as like Freya would, for example. What's stopping your Inferno Terror from being consistent? Just Dyna RNG? It's just Dyna RNG, honestly. Because the problem is like she needs to get at least one vulnerable. That's the problem. So I'm going to try to farm a codex for her later, because I need to farm a second codex anyway for Doki Doki. So if Artisan's Holden's BIS shell, what should I use on Freya? I had her running my Artisan. In that case, you would probably want to run her on like a Gigabyte. Yeah, Gigabyte would be your next best option for her. My Suki loves Artisan. Yeah, Suki would love Artisan. Eventually, I do want to build Suki, and she will be really fast with Artisan is kind of my goal. Yeah, the only thing that's really stopping this run right now is Dyna RNG, just makes it inconsistent. So again, I can power through that, but I think like what I can do right now to get slightly immediately stronger is I can try to farm. I can farm for shells as well as a thing. Like I could try to farm for a shell. Also, I had to grief. I had a crit rate here. I had to switch this because he needed to be fast enough to outspeed. But yeah, I just have to farm that, except that it's going to be inconsistent, just like hell. And then eventually I will get the stats I need, and it'll become consistent. It is what it is. Yep. What's the differences between global servers? It's just the local leaderboards. So like, you guys probably won't see this on Global 3. And we won't see yours. Unless we go and we make an account on that server. And then I think it's also the arena realm. Those are the two big differences. Oh, yeah, true, the guilds. But I'm pretty sure you can get other guilds in guild battle for this. Okay. We're at 12k. Wonder how high we're gonna get. Only up today and tomorrow. Waiting for my holding guide. Man, I would be making a video saying, hey guys, please trust me. I mean, I will if people want. I'll do it if people want, like what I would do. But it would just be theory crafting. Like, I can't guarantee it. I'm at Global S3? No, I'm Global 1. The white Holden skin? No, I haven't. Oh wait, I can just check the Ah, wait, what? That's a bit bright. I think this looks better. Like, the color scheme is too much. Like, this just feels like this just looks like the filter that you go on where you turn the contrast up as much as possible. And it's just, it color bleeds. I feel like if they had more light blue, this would be a little bit, this would be fire. But I just noticed these are hands. I didn't even notice that on this skin. I like the wings. I just think this is like the white here is too much. They need a little bit more blue. They need more like highlights. Nico, Nana, Inferno, not doable. It is doable if you have if you have a dot team. If you have a dot team, it is doable for you. If you don't, then it's pretty yikes. It's pretty tough. This is gonna be my girl soon. Let's just do that. Just got my ass whooped by Charo. Who's Charo? Should have given the skin with color palette of the siblings. Yeah. The default one better. The other one looks like he has sunscreen all over his body. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, Rosa, Viper, Lily. Yeah. The reason why I think Holden will work there is because he's pretty much Viper. He's Red Viper meets Rahu. That's the way that I see Holden as a character, right? The only issue is that Viper, I think Viper has I think it's a silence, actually. Yeah, it's a silence. But he casts his S3 when he counterattacks. No, he just Savage Fang, actually. Oh, yeah, but then he gets his, like, big thing here, which will do the attack down and defense. And it does speed down. That's the thing. Like, this does a speed down. Holden, though, doesn't do speed down is the problem. So you'd be relying on, like, Rosa's speed down. But it would be much easier to land because you have the res, you have the attack down, which is helpful. I think the attack down is what's really going to make him so good. So. White Fang's going to be the best pet for Dating? Yes. Yes. So I need to do that. But I have random shells on her. Oh, I think I was using her for like Phantom Theater. There we go. So right now, we're just going to try to get Lily up. And then once Lily's up here... What's the best set for Messiah? Kenai. Kenai is his best if you don't have momentum for PvE. Kenai is definitely the best. First time using the guy. Yeah. Like, the easiest thing to do is just go and look for Grandy. So I just go here. Ah, they did it too. Okay, Dot's the way. Dot is the way for shells, apparently. He's 5 here, and then he's 5 here. Okay. I'm sold. I'm sold, man. So, I'm gonna... What the... That's crazy that he has this already. Why does he go Halloween? To reduce the S2, that's crazy. Alright, so pretty much what I'm seeing here is you go... Lily's definitely the way. Shadow Sonya's the way, and then Fangus is the way for me. And then you just are going to... Like, is he the most? He is not. He is pulling Shadow Sonya. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, well that definitely made me feel a lot better. If I'm running Harvest Onslaught, is 12 1 4 12 Onslaught 4 Harvest better, or 8 8? 12 4 is usually going to be better. Base stats are much better early on. Does base speed only increase with star level increase, or can I increase base speed through specific levels? It is only through when you star up. You get +5. How close are we to this? Oh, we have it. Let's just do that. Now we just want all these. I'm gonna be honest though, if they ever offer us another reset, I'm immediately selling, immediately resetting all of my characters and going Messiah. Is Doki Doki and Messiah a good combo? It's not really. Doki Doki's better in like Dot and Giada comps. Not really that much in Messiah comps. Who can I replace Lily with if I want to build a poison team? You really can't replace Lily, because the reason why is Lily's the only character in the game that will give you a assist. So this is the powerful thing. The idea is that you bring her and you have her pull a character like Fangus, or so Fangus, because he has on his S1 a chance to dot, but the one that's better to pull with is Shadow Sonya, because she has on her S1 a passive where every time that she does damage, she has a chance to dot. So it's 70%. And then The idea is that she'll keep pulling, get a dot, and every dot is 4% of their max HP. So it's like guaranteed. I don't own Kloss, Beotin, or Lily, and can't get the Ting plus Koro's team to work in TERRORMATON L3. Should I rather go after the Shadow Sonya route? If you have Shadow Sonya and Lily, you 100% should go that route. But you don't have Lily. So, it's probably better. I mean, you can actually go Shadow Sonya and Holden route. That apparently has been working in Europe. So you can probably go that. So that's probably your best bet. I have a Dope to Ting, but no Kloss. What could I use on behalf? Nico is giving me headaches. Which Nico, though? Like, you can just go any speed down character. Like, you can just go, like, Marvel and then a speed up character like Lily or all that. Same for Kloss Banner in 2027. Yeah. Kloss is a really good pickup. Messiah Tsukiyomi kind of works for me. Yeah, I guess it's like Tsukiyomi is kind of like a budget Lily in a sense. Doesn't have the skill cooldown reset, but there's the speed up. She's tanky enough. Nico Donna? Yeah, but like, are you in Hell or Inferno? I assume that you mean that you're in Hell. In that case, you can just run like Marvel and then any speed up character. Oh, yeah, Nightmare. Sorry. It's called Nightmare. Isn't that the lower tier? Oh. Yeah, you just need to bring up a speed up or a speed down character. If you got Suki, you should bring her. If you have where is it? If you have Lily, you bring her. If you don't, a good free-to-play option that you can do is her. She has a speed up and she has a speed down on her S1. So yeah, you just want like a speed up and a speed down character. It just happens that Kloss was the one that also gives a defense break. Oh, one cooldown reset on her S2? I guess. Would flat defense modules be good for Holden, or does he want only defense percentage? You really want to have defense percentage for him because he's going to scale much better off of those. Should I max a Sonya S1? Oh, Shadow Sonya S1? If you're going the dot route, then yeah, you can max that out. How much effect accuracy does Dinah need? It depends on the content. You need a lot for if you're going to try to use her in like Doki Doki where you have color disadvantage. But otherwise, your best bet would be to go and just get around 100-ish. So right side pieces for Holden should be defense, crit rate, crit damage. Yes. Beotin is the only one who can buff crit damage. Yeah, her and Lily, I believe. 100 summons for Silence. Ooh, that hurts. Silence. That's a yikes. Interesting. Is Beotin worth investing in? No, I think Beotin is not that great, actually. She's good later when you can like use her in one-shot teams, but by the time you get to that point, you probably didn't need her. It's the type of situation, so you're just doing it for speed. Is it still Lily for Shadow Sonya and Holden? Yeah. Still Lily. Lily's really good. Should I build Holden or Ting? Honestly, if you have the lattices for Holden, probably Holden. Ting is good, but I think Holden's, like, if I knew Holden's kit, I would have just waited for him because I think I could have just tanked down. I only want Shadow Sonya for the Inferno mode for shells. Should I stop at the 100% dot upgrade? Yeah, you can stop there, honestly. I've seen a lot of people do the 5 because the extra turn extension is nice, but it just helps clear it faster. Just get this up. What skills does Holden need to be upgraded? So for Holden, the most important skill for this guy is his S1. Because then you get that his scaling for every 500 defense will go up to 10% for his counterattack and 5% for the damage bonus that he gives. So this is the best one. And it also gives him speed, so it's pretty nice there as well. And because you're hitting with this so much when you counterattack, it's better to have the damage multiplier anyway. So definitely the S1. After that, I would actually recommend the S3 up to this point. You get 4% crit rate as well because of this node. And you get the attack and res down into spell chance at 50%, which means if you crit, it's 100%, which is really good. And then from there, you can do the S2 and max this out, and then you can come back and finish the S3. That's what I recommend. Holden or Messiah, what do you think? I have 8 lattices. Do you have Lily? Zukas, do you have Lily? What would you recommend buying in the module shop? If you're trying to push PvP, then a good thing that you can buy in the module shop is you can buy Bulwark. But if you're not trying to push that, then you can try to build, you can try to buy pieces like, if you're really slow and you haven't been able to farm Doki Doki as much, you should buy this. If you haven't, if you have been able to farm Doki Doki and you're lacking DPS sets, then you should think about buying Onslaught, or you can gamble with like Keen Eye and Momentum. The issue with the gambling is I wouldn't do this unless you've been buying the weekly pack. Because if you've been buying the weekly pack, at the very least, you have more to gamble with, so you have a higher chance of hitting the full set. The problem is like the risk to reward is there. Because like I hit the Keen Eye set and it was such a big power spike. But if I didn't, I may have been bricked. I may have been bricked. Had to max penalty Holden? It's okay. So did I. Is Harvest plus Momentum better than Harvest plus Keen Eye for Dating? If you're getting, I believe it's 4 debuffs, then yes, it's better. If you're getting, it's 4 debuffs, then it is better to be in Momentum. If you have only 3 debuffs, then it is better to be doing Keen Eye because of how it works. I feel like Kloss underperforming under Codex compared to Black Flag with similar speed and accuracy in Doki Hell 4. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. I think that overall, I haven't been liking the Codex. The Codex is good. Sorry, I'm having a really bad headache. Holy crap. Codex is really good when you start doing like one-shot degenerate stuff. Like in the TERRORMATON thing, Codex is really, really good. Because it lets me use Freya S3 again, which can be 4 hits for Chloros. And then it's also another chance for Veronica to use her S3. So it's good there. It's good in PvP, but it's not good until you start one-shotting. So it takes time to scale. Can't HOYAN nuke higher than prefer Victor? What? Nuke higher or prefer than Victor? HOYAN can definitely nuke, but I think she's more of a PvP unit. PvE wise, like, sure, she's going to do a single nuke. Maybe she's going to do a second one, but that's only if she gets like hit by the main boss. She doesn't have a good way to save herself afterwards, after she does her whole thing, unless you have a healer go right after, or you put her on like count, for example, and then you count back to full HP. Then you still need to cycle and survive long enough, and she's going to be quite squishy. So yeah. Does Holden work well with Dating? No, I don't think they have much synergy together, to be honest. What team will you recommend for Momentum Dating? It depends on what content, man. It always depends on what content, because they really want you to use different team comps, unless you're doing Lily, Messiah on everything. Like this team comp, Levi is a Momentum Fury. So you can do the same team here. Aurora, I think people are doing... Yeah, they're just doing the same thing. Wait, mine's just better. Oh, he's using Yang for the attack and crit rate buff? That's actually so... Doesn't matter, he has this for crit damage. Okay, sure. Wait, where's the strip? I know this strips, but he doesn't use it right away. How does this work? Oh, is he using this first? Oh. That's kind of bad, no? That's kind of just bad. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, he's good here as well. And you can use him on momentum. I feel like if you can one-shot TERRORMATON with the Ting HOYAN, she would be a better investment than Chloros. She can use her more in PvP. I mean, if you can, but I don't think you can, because Chloros can't do it, and Chloros has more overall DPS. Yeah, Yang strips, but not on auto, because he always does his S2 first. And he wasn't like giga fast Yang, so it didn't make sense. It's not like he's fast enough to cycle everybody again. Like if everyone was like 190 speed to 200 and he was like a 300 Yang, then sure, I could see it because he would actually just cycle right through. But he's not, so he would on auto. So that was a manual run. So I understand why the Yang's there on a manual run, not on auto run. But then I look down and it's like, oh, they're just using the same team. It's just Yang's. I mean, honestly, Yang's not even better than than Heinrich there. For free to play / low spender until what level worth refreshing stamina? I would say 35 to 40, somewhere between there. Are you supposed to build supports like Lily, Klaus, Freya with HP, defense, effect accuracy for the 3 module main stats? Prywin seems kind of off for this. Yeah, it just depends on what they are. So like, and depending on the content, like I use Freya right now with an HP defense when I do Doki Doki, but when I do TERRORMATON, I do double defense with Artisan. So that's what I do there. And then for Lily, I'm probably gonna build her on a probably gonna use Gigabyte, just use this gear. But Jackal's okay on her. Not really. Artisan's good on her. Like, that's the thing, like, it doesn't really matter what you use on these. But if you are doing it, you definitely have the optional ways to do, like, Artisan and build a bunch of defense percent because they don't need much effect accuracy. Lily only needs effect accuracy in PvP because her skill cooldown reset doesn't work on bosses. Do you one-shot Hell 4 first wave Doki? Yes, but I don't outspeed, so I can't actually do it consistently. It's just if I don't get defense attack downed on the first guy. Like everything has to go right for it to work. When I can build my characters that I'm able to speed tune properly to outspeed and not wake them up, then I can probably one-shot it consistently. Do you know Doki Hell 4 speed needed? I know for Inferno it's 280. It's like 289. And then for Hell 4, I think it's like 260 something. I could probably get to it now if I want to. So. You have 306 crit damage. Hmm? And this is mine. And this can one-shot. It just has to be the right... I mean, to be fair, it's because of the Kenai and the Fury. But if I was putting her on Onslaught Fury, it would probably still do the same thing. Low key, what I may end up having to do for a while is just come here to hell and just farm this. Like literally just farm hell 4 for a while. Just accept it. Cause I'm not tanky enough to survive this yet. But maybe I'm just not trying fast enough. What's everyone actually autoing with? Let's take a look. Yeah, they're just doing these tanks and stink comps. I mean, I have this. What's his stats? Gigabyte. Oh, he went for Halloween. Yeah, that's true. True Halloween, pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. He's doing... he's not even caring about it. Black Flag. I mean, I think mine's probably just better. This guy's doing 5-minute runs. Giada. His Remolka is just better. More damage. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I should probably be able to do this, honestly. I think I may just not be focusing on building the gear properly. How's Holden so far? I haven't built him, so I don't know. But we will see in a day or two who's able to clear what with Holden. Could you get HOYAN or Holden from the day 14 free SSR? Yes, you can. At the beginning of the stream, I had been saving from the level 50 pack, the guaranteed SSR. They added in, so you can get them from it. You can get them from that. Cycle to 10. Does Holden need lattices for Hell 3 Terror? Probably not. Depending on your gear. Guaranteed SSR lets you choose? No, it's random. They are also in standard? Yes. Every character, as soon as they hit the banner, they are immediately added in to their respective banner. So permanent summon, and then if it's an LD, it will also go here. In Europe, there are 4 Terra Inferno clears, and they're all with Holden. Yep, exactly. I think that he definitely can do it. See. So who do you recommend a reroll for if you're new? Probably reroll for Lily. Pick up Holden and then select Rahu is what I would recommend. And then I would recommend building Sonya and Detang still. And then you need to build these two eventually as well, but you don't have, you can wait until later. And then when you get closer to level 50, you start building up Marvel because you're going to need him for Nico Nana. That's what I would do this time if I were to start fresh as a new player. So we're 6-star in Kloss. I did just because I needed her to be tankier. But if she's tanky enough, then you can get away with it. Oh, Rahu, not Remolka. Yeah, I would just accept the fact that, you know, if you're committing to the Holden, you're already not going to have fast clears. You're just going to have to accept the fact that it's going to take forever to clear shit. And as long as you're okay with that, it will put your account in a better position long term. Now that you have access to Holden and Rahu together. I'm debating who I should max out first, Bjorn or Holden. Probably Holden. Bjorn is only really useful in Aurora as like a stripper, but that's about it. And this is the time of the stream where I have to ask you guys. There's 160 of you here, which is amazing. Thank you. But I only see 22 likes. Can you guys help me, please? It does help YouTube with saying, hey, algorithm, wake up. Recommend this guy. So I would appreciate it if you could. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got to pump it up, you know? You can like streams? Yeah. Some people literally don't know you can like a stream just like it's a video. some YouTubers that stream, what they do is they will put like a poll and be like, hey, please remember to like the stream. And it's annoying because you have to like close it. It makes me not want to like the stream. Does liking get you more exposure? So what it does when you like or comment on anything, no matter what, it just tells YouTube that you are giving what is called an impression. And then what that does is, if you have a good impression to like viewer ratio, YouTube says, hey, this guy gets people to spend more time on our platform and interact. That's great for us. So we're going to recommend them to more people on their pages to get them more exposure. And that helps me a lot. So yeah, anytime you do that, even if you just go to the comment and just type hi, it helps me. Like that's it. Like you guys typing in chat, it helps me. When you comment, even if you come back to the live stream and comment and say, cool, bro, like that helps. So if you ever have like a content creator that you like, I'm not saying this for me, but just in general, if you ever want to support a content creator, you can just go and comment and like their video, and it can be anything. And YouTube goes, yes, that's what we like. So we're going to offer them to more people. Yeah, there you go. Cool, bro. I think that's enough, right? Oh, wait, I have Shadow Sonya to do. We're committed. Get that up. I told our union to follow your guide religiously. We're most likely farming, we're all like mostly farming Hell Sages now. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad to hear that. I need to update it though. And I'm working on it. I'm working on a 2.0 version for specifically like dungeon teams and like how to build the dungeon teams for Threshold and Grim Pursuit. But because of a lot of the difficulty changes and just specific comps that are required to do it, I'm trying to wait and see if there's more that come out. Otherwise, the list is going to become very, very thin. Because Hell, it's a little bit more free in terms of what you can build, but the current difficulty in Inferno is just so hard that it's really hard to recommend anything that you aren't going to use when you go to the next difficulty. So that is why. And also Holden and HOYAN were coming out, so I was a little bit more focused on getting content for them. Is there any other way to Nikonana Inferno other than Shadow Sonya? Right now, not really, but I expect that you can probably do it with Holden. I think Holden probably can do this, but it'll just take a while. Like Marvel, Holden, Lily, and then a Linglo can probably do it. It just takes forever. That's the case. Really excited for your Discord server? Yes, I'm. That one actually is having more progress, to be honest. It's just the mods that I have for it that are like helping me set it up, they were not available today. So I'm gonna go message them and ask them if they can please finish it for tomorrow. But I don't know if they'll be able to. But they're doing it for free and because they're my friends, so I'm not really gonna bug them too much about it. Is there a guide? I need it. Potato in this game. Yeah, but it's a little bit outdated at this point. I need to update it. I mean, it's still like useful for the early stages up till Nightmare, but Hell onward, it's a little bit not as great as I would like it to be. It's the very first video on my channel. If you just go to my channel, it's like the ultimate guide, that the only guide you'll ever need. So you can just grab there. It has a link to it. I'm surprised you haven't done Hell Nico yet. I have done Hell Nico. I assume you mean Inferno. But that's because it's just too difficult. You just can't do it without like the dot team, really. Is Giotto worth building? Just got her additional copy. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would say Giotto is worth it. You can use her Doki Doki forever. Damn, I'm stuck in the early stages of Hell. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Hell 1 and 2 probably should work with the recommendations, but going into Hell 3 is a different story. The speed increase that I can get in the substats of a shell will it be shared to the other characters. For example, if I get plus 20 speed, is it only for the character that wears the shell? Yeah, it's the only character that wears the shell that gets access to it. It's still worth it though. Like, you want to try to get it on your fastest character because you just want to have a really, really fast opener. It will help you a lot in arena. So let's see here. So we're just trying to get to I should probably lock this in. I think I'm fine transitioning to dot at this point, honestly. Like, not even capping. I wanted to play dot, it's just I didn't really know how to play it, but I guess I have to learn how to play it now. Luckily, I have 2 guildmates who already committed to the route, so it's just time for the pivot. And if the pivot works, and then it lets me kind of like build towards other things. Do you know if HOYAN S3 scales with max HP? Not sure how to build her. I'm pretty sure it doesn't scale with max HP. I'm pretty sure she's just a DPS scaler. I'll double check though in case that something's changed. Because let me tell you, if she was an HP scaler, oh boy, she would be pretty crazy actually. I think that'd be better for her. No, so it's just percentage of HP. It doesn't matter how, like, it doesn't matter how this works. So it's actually better for her to be squishier because then she will lose quicker amount of HP percentage. Will you ever stream PvP in the future? Yes, I will eventually stream PvP in the future. I just wouldn't do it right now. I like go in and I just do my RT matches, get the 20, and I wait because I'm not trying to qualify for any tournament, right? I'm not trying to push for the tournament. Otherwise, I would have gone like a Rahu super sustain route and just like accepted it. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm letting all these guys get really far up. So then I can come in here at the end of the week and I'm just going to go beat up all the people who haven't been like farming this up by just being overstated. And then I'm just going to get my 20 wins and dip. Also, I think, oh yeah, I can do this today as well. Because it gives you a stamina pot. And I want this because it gives you 5 fragments as well. Gives you all this, which is nice. So yeah, I'll definitely want to do this. And it counts towards the stuff. What level is Doland compared to Freya? Is he a must pull too? Doland? Oh, Holden. Holden. Yeah, I think Freya and Holden are really good. Like, what I would do if I was a new player, reroll for Lily, pick up Holden, Rahu from your selector, and Freya from the beginner banner. And then I would dump everything by the time you like progress through the game, I would hold all my summons. And then I would see what the next banners are. And the moment that there's a banner that is like not a good character that's worth picking up and building, then I would immediately just dump down to 80 summons on the standard banner and then just be happy with what I get and have to adapt from there. Or if I get really stuck and I just need some more options, then I would do it. Do you think it's possible to beat Terror Hell 3 with Fangus, Freya, Chiaki the Echo, Valerian, and Ling Lo? Probably not Ling Lo, because she's blue and she would get destroyed there. But if you swap that out for like a, like even a Leanne, it would be better, to be honest. Like, or just like another control character. Oh, just do Sonya. Just do Sonya with that team and you'll be fine, honestly, Mo. If you're tanky enough, at least. I've already built Whitefang Artisan and Gigabyte. Should I move to HOYAN for Jackal Guard? But I can't do Hell on Auto, only Nightmare. You definitely want to get an Artisan, Rudy, if you haven't already. Should I summon for standard banners and hoping to get good characters or get Holden for 5-day-old account? Get Holden. I'd get Holden. Must it be Lily for new reroll? Is Doki Doki fine? I would really, really go for Lily. She's just so good for you in general. Because at that point, you're building an account to be a tank down player because it's guaranteed progression and it's PvP. So Lily is really, really good for that. Does HOYAN's S2 work with Hell Terror? Yeah, it does, but the issue is is that if the tentacle, the left arm, is the one that procs the passive, then she'll waste it on that. So it's inconsistent. You put Hoyan into Nico Nana team at level 1 4-star and cleared in one. Do you mind sending me the what the team was and your stats, Mama? I think you have me on Discord, right? I'd love to see that actually, because I'll try it. If I can do it, I'll try it. It would be very funny. I have her. Oh, Holden. Holden Rahu can clear Doki? No, but Rahu with like Kazuya, Kazuyo, like Kazuya the referee, Sonya, Freya, and then Valerian definitely can. Like just a super sustained comp. Let me clarify, it was just hard. Oh, never mind then. I thought you meant Inferno. I always get their names mixed up. Oh. Same. Does Hoyan S2 work with... So, does Holden S2 work well? Work with Hell Terror? Yeah. It will. It just will be weaker. Who is a good substitute for Chloros for Hell Terror? I don't have him. It would be Leanne, or now you can technically do Holden. Where are we? I need to double check, make sure I'm not like wasting too much here. Oh, yeah, no, we're not. We do need a little bit more. Man, just sitting here for a day, no progress, does feel bad though, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Damn it, just went to 60, soft pity and got us a lens and Meow. I'm so sick of not having Gloss. Aw. Hey, you got a Mio though. You can't be mad with that, you know? LD. That's pretty good. What skill to level on Holden first? His S1. For sure his S1. Is there a mythic shell drop rate difference between Nightmare and Hell, or the same? Apparently it's the same, but the only addition is now if you get a shell that has triple matrix, it will always be 333, which is nice. I can do Inferno Doki, but any of the shell bosses are destroying me. Yeah, the same thing with me. I can do the Inferno, not consistently though, but I can do it. But I can't do the others. I'm trying to work towards that. I managed to pull Remolka and Kloss today, and I managed to progress 0% purely because I wasn't expecting to get them, and I'm just farming mats. Yeah, that's kind of the situation. There's going to be days where you're just like, no progress whatsoever, because you're prepping the progress. Can you get Shell 333 at Hell Hoyan? No, it has to be Inferno. You have to be in Inferno to get the 6-piece matrix. Have you tried Hoyan yet? I was debating whether I should get her or wait for the next banner. Honestly, you can skip her unless you're doing PvP. If you don't care too much about PvP, like you can skip her, but she is a pretty good character. Generally in these games, like if you can afford it, I would try to always pick up a copy at least. I mean, people are saying her damage is insane, but it's also like, will you ever be able to actually move with her? They can just stun her and then it doesn't matter. She doesn't cleanse herself. Like, that's the big problem, right? She doesn't cleanse herself when she does the S2. So you can just stun her and she still won't do anything. Is it possible to Doki Doki without Remolka? Yeah, but it has to be like Giada or Messiah. Because you can do Tiamat up until Hell, but Inferno you can't because it has injury. Technically, Rahu also works in Inferno, so you can do him as well, but it's a extremely slow run. They're already in the standard banner? Yeah, they are. They go straight into it. I guess the Ting is too single target for her? Yeah, that's also the case. It just feels like I need Beotin or Lily or anything if I'm not Sonya cheesing. Yeah, it definitely feels like you need Lily. So when you get to Inferno for Doki Doki, it has this stupid mechanic. Oh, it doesn't even say it in here. Nah, but there's a mechanic in here. It doesn't even say it. Let me check if it says it in here. Unless I'm just like crazy, but at least in the last beta I was like this. Oh yeah, here it is. Cool, health lock. When the monster attacks, it locks the target's max HP equal to 35% of the damage hit. So if you played Epic 7, it's like injury. And obviously since Tiamat's a health scaler, yeah, it doesn't really work out. Doesn't work out. Kinda cucks ya. Yeah, it lowers your max HP every time they attack. The only way to stop it is by having a shield up, which it's really hard to have a consistent shield. Like, Valerian is okay, but then you need to be fast enough. Technically, you can get away with it with like a Silence, but then you need to build Silence, who's not really that great of a character, on top of having Tiamat. So it's just a weird situation where it's like, it's just not efficient to do it. So I can do that. See, here's the thing though, if I do a Pate, I'm at this if I do a Pate, like I just have been lazy, I didn't do this, I can get 2 P lattices. And that would be really good, and then I can do this tomorrow. So that's what I'm hoping for. Life is rough without Kloss. Yeah. It do be like that. Is Ramoka on Onslaught? I'm stuck at health 3. She's on just whatever my best gear was to make her stats work, which happened to be this. Does Holden need crit? Yes, he wants to crit. He wants to crit because it also it pretty much guarantees that he's going to get his attack down and his resist down. What if we can use Silence as opener and one tap Hoyan like normal cleave comps with Messiah and Detang? Well, yeah, that's kind of like one thing you can do that I expect to be popular later. Is Silence, I think, is a character that will be very good later on when you can have really good gear and really good speed gear, and you can pretty much say, hey, if you bring anyone into this that's trying to cleave, you die. But that's the thing, is like a lot of those like anti-cleave options are not until much later. Like you can't build that now. You can't really build it now. Play Ember Track? I usually do it off stream. I have one of my guildmates was able to clear a Pati, so I'm gonna get him to coach me on how to clear it. So I'm gonna do it off stream. Guys, I don't know if they want to be on stream. Do Rahu need skill ups? No. You don't need to skill him up, but eventually you do want to get the S2 up. This is like the only one that's actually kind of important because it also gives him defense. And then like technically you want his S1 because you do want the damage multiplier. Any comps for the guild boss? I mean, I can't really show the guild boss stuff, unfortunately, because I just use team comps that my guild gives me, and where we don't want to share it because for some reason they care about GVE. They care about GVE, so I can't show it, but I'll show it next week because it doesn't really matter next week because everyone should be able to 100 anyway, otherwise you're trolling. What should I get for my target to summon, Beotin or Veronica? If those are your only 2 options that you are going to lock yourself to, then I would say it's probably Veronica. Veronica is pretty good for PvP. And then you can use her. I mean, if you have like all the characters besides those two, then definitely Veronica, because then you can like eventually copy this comp. Yeah, because I don't know if these guys hit yet. Can I expand on that idea? Yeah, so the entire idea is like, now that we got to see everything that the game has to offer for Inferno, they've really done a lot to try to say, hey, we don't want you one-shotting these at all. So you need to sustain clear them. And the way that you sustain clear Doki Doki and like TERRORMATON would be through Holden and Rahu. Because Rahu is just the best sustain clearer here. You could go Giada, but the thing is like Giada needs you to go to TERRORMATON, but you don't really want to touch TERRORMATON too much. You want to be able to focus on one dungeon where it's preferable for you. So it'd be better just to be able to clear Doki Doki and just do TERRORMATON on the side and just eventually stat check it. And the way you do that is Holden is just going to carry you through here through slow clears. And then you can just use Rahu here and this will clear, and they're both really good PvP characters. So you can draft around them in PvP. And then Holden's also going to be good in Inferno. So you can just do slower sustained clears. And Lily's just really good because you can use her with anything. She provides speed up. If you pull Shadow Sonya, you can always dot things as well. It's just, they're just the three best characters, I think, for like a good general progression PvP account. Somehow you need speed sets from Doki Doki to be able to rush chair, isn't it? Yeah, that's the thing. If you want to do it, you have to do the Swift Rush sets for speed tuning. Can Bulwark's immunity counter passive block? I don't think it does. I don't know though, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it's only for debuffs. Why is Rahu good with Holden? Two things. One, from an account perspective, they both use defense scaling gear, so you get rewarded for sitting and over farming in Doki Doki. Two is the fact that both of them are really good, like just overall annoying, bulky DPSs, consistent damage dealers that have counterattack, which is just, they're just good. They do the same thing. So even if one gets removed in PvP, you can always play the other. And when you put them together, it's the same reason why like Chloros and Rosa together are really strong. Would I need to copy your Terra Clear? Pretty much. If you want to copy the Terra Clear, you need to have a good, like, this is an inconsistent clear right now. I need a little bit more stats, or I need to get like, I'm going to try Codex. I think Levi is able to do like, yeah, he has a much better one now. Yeah, he's gotten a much better Dyna. But I mean, maybe I'm just getting unlucky with my clears. But you just need like a good Deting. Mine's on Kenai. Just so you know, his was on Momentum. Dyna with Rev, you need her to move before Deting, but after Chloros. And then you need a good Chloros. And then you need Freya with Codex. You need her to move. You want to keep her around 200, under 205 speed. That's pretty much just what you want. This way she is speed tuned well. That's really just the speed tuning. I'm not going to go too deep into it. And she just needs to be faster than Chloros. And then you need a 263 to 264 Veronica, because that's the speed tuning to where she cuts everything perfectly after getting hit if you max out the S1. I don't know what the speed is if you don't max out the S1 though. But yeah, and then she needs to have Codex. And then she just needs as much effect accuracy as possible. Should I build a Rev? Honestly, I'm pretty sure I can do this more consistently with the Codex, to be honest with you. So probably not. But the idea behind Codex there is pretty much, how do you explain it? When Chloros goes and uses his S3, it puts this Doom tool on. So what will happen is you have White Fang trigger, which will reduce this by 2. So now it's at 8. Revelation, when you crit, it counts as a proc that's a different hit. So Revelation turns Dyna's 3, which is 4 hits, into 8. Which, as long as she crits all of them, which will immediately trigger your Doom Toll. And then you have the Ting go through, and then this is why you want Codex on Freya, because this is also 4 hits, so then Codex will trigger. You'll have 4 hits from this guy, 4 hits from this, and then what will happen is it'll just help you get the second trigger. So you'll get 2 more triggers of Chloros' ultimate from Doom Toll, and that's pretty much the idea behind it. So your main team will be Lily, Holden, Rahu, Freya, and then Kazuya/Valerian. Yep, and then you would also use Sonya in there for sure, and Linglo, and then you would also use like, and this is where you would start building like good 4-star characters. Like Chalky would be good later on. You'll want your Marvel eventually. And then you can also build up characters like Viper would be good for your account. And then Fangus apparently is also pretty good. People have been having a lot of success with him. So those will be the characters for sure. So that's done. And then I need to do these. Oh, and I have enough, so actually I should stop this run. I'm just gonna stop it, I don't care. And then we want investigation because we need to get a 6-star Lily. And then we are done. And then it's just about me going and getting like Apati stuff. And then the easiest way to progress will just be, I just farm up better shells, accept the fact that I'm just gonna have an inconsistent Terrormaton until I farm the until I farm up the Fury Edge, and then the Fury Edge gets me more powerful, then I'm able to one-shot it consistently, and then I build a good Remolka, I go in and I dumpster the rest. And then it's GG. The Shadow Sonya build and team? Oh, it's purely just for Nico Nana. Well, apparently it's going to be for most of the shell bosses. From what it looks like, everything besides Sharon is likely going to be it, because this guy was able to do it. Yeah, okay. So it looks like this is going to be the strategy for the shell bosses, is dots. But it's going to be Lily, Shadow Sonya, and then Fangus. Or Marvel for her because of the mechanic with the sustain. And then for this one, it was... yeah. So it's like a CC, Shadow Sonya, Lily. So yeah, I'm gonna just do this. I'm just gonna skill up. I mean, he did it with 1. He did it with 5. But I may as well just invest into it. It's probably a good investment at that point anyway. Can you make a video about speed tuning? Yeah, that's actually a good video idea. I'm putting it in my notes. Tomorrow's video, I'm gonna be just trying to get the spreadsheet done, hopefully. But if not, maybe I'll do a video on speed tuning, or I'll do it on like the clears and stuff. One of the two. I haven't actually fully decided yet. Is Dot viable without Lily? Yeah, but it relies more on Fangus, and it's much harder to do. No, don't note it down. I said I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Speed for each boss would be great. I would have to do the speed calc for it. An in-depth shell guide? What do you mean, like, as an in-depth? Because I don't really know what people mean when they say in-depth for that. Because, like, shells are pretty basic, right? Like, I can't go through and be like, this is the shell for every character. That's tough. But I can, like, talk, because there's just weird mechanics. It's hard to do that. I mean, I could do, like, a beginner's guide to shell with some extra details in there about, like, when you should reroll these, what you should aim for at what rarity, the sets, understanding 12-12, all that. Should I be using Spring Cure Gigabyte on Valerian? You just want Wellspring on her, to be honest. And then from there, it's just don't bring Artisan. Just don't use Artisan on her. dot team with Lily will be Lily, Shadow Sonya, and then it's a sustainer and a disruptor usually, or Fangus if you, instead of the disruptor. What's a good pair with Holden? Good pair with Holden depends on the content, of course, but generally it's going to be a sustainer. So Linglo or Sonya, Freya is always going to be good when you have a sustainer because she helps with that a lot. You can go usually a secondary DPS that has like built-in self-protection. So Chloros, Rahu, Viper for like a good option for each color. All those are good. And then from there, it's really just depending on like if you need a controller. So if you need someone who's a disruptor like a Mio, a Marvel, a Kazuya, or if it's going to be someone who's like a secondary buffer. So this is someone like a Lily or the Red Kazuya, stuff like that. It's just mixing and matching depending on what content fits where. What about the old dot guy for Shadow Sonya team? Oh, you mean Obel? Yeah, but that's more for PvP dot. I don't know if it's actually really that great for the shells. I know Fangus is just good by himself. I mean, Obel is actually pretty good as an opener. I could definitely think about it. Yeah, let's get this up. Will Linglo still be unavoidable for rare teams on the spreadsheet so I know to build her? Yes, she is still mandatory there. What is a better CC? Sleep, freeze versus stun? So probably, I mean, the best is freeze, but that's the rarest and generally the lowest chance. And then it's stun and then it's sleep. You already tested Holden and TERRORMATON? No, but apparently in Europe, all the clears are using him. So I would say that he's probably really good there. I luck out when using the buy module and shop. No good, keen eyes. Oof. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a gamble. That's why I said, like, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you gamble, just understand, like, there's a risk. Is any shell that fit well on Valerian? Eventually, she does want Codex. So the late game for Valerian is that you get a Codex that has... let me go double check what the things was. Actually, let me just quickly pop that on. So late game for her is you just want to get one that's 333, but you don't care. You just want Bulwark. Because you just want her to have HP %. And you're going to go 12 Wellspring and 4 if you can get it, 8 Bulwark is great as well, because then it stops her from getting like defense broken and all that stuff, because she can't get CC'd, but she can get like debuffed. So you do want Bulwark 8 if you can get it, but you want 12 Wellspring. This way you have the max amount of extra HP from gear, and the Codex will let you cast the ult 3 times, because you'll have the opener from your S3 max, the first cast, and then the Codex will make it so that's free, and then you'll have it again. So that's what you want to do with your Valerian later. Otherwise, until you get to that point, you are going to want to use probably just Alicorn. Alicorn's been the best for me personally. We are using Rahu here in TERRORMATON Inferno. Yeah, you can use Rahu as well. Mostly if you go Holden and Rahu probably do really well there. It's the same comp. Give like a day cooldown. Wait, they should give us something like give us something to make 1 unit max star and level and can just swap units into the slot. Oh yeah, kind of like the blessings. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, other games have that. That would be good. I think that would be nice. That would definitely be a nice addition for sure. I think I'm capped out for today. So this is fine, because this preps me to a point where I know that tomorrow I can start clearing Nico Nana. So I'll start clearing Nico Nana for sure tomorrow, and then we'll be in a good spot. It's just this that weird thing where it's like the first couple of levels of every 10 when you hit the new content is always building the right characters that you need to beat the content, It's a little bit awkward. It's going to be a little bit inconsistent. You grind it through, you get a little bit stronger inch by inch, and then eventually you're just outstatting it anyway and beating it. And then you rinse and repeat. And then this is the final bit of that. It's annoying. It's really, really annoying, but I'll get through it. Content creators not making build guides is such a waste. It feels like a waste to make a build guide right now, because a lot of the content right now is just you have to adapt based on what you get. Like, I was able to do the Deting video because I had stuff, I could show it. I knew that it worked. There's so much change that's happened that they have not communicated that you can't really like go and say, this is what I recommend. Because I would have recommended Marvel, but there was so many information that changed that like, now I know that he is still good in the late game shells, which is correct. I was correct on that because he is being used there, but he's not good in like the areas where I thought he would still be good because they made changes that they didn't tell us. So it's hard to make guides right now because you have that, and then talking about like the character builds, it's really weird. I will definitely start transitioning to more of like, build this character, this is what you want, all of that yada yada once we get to the end game. Because once you get to the end game, there's that. Unless there's a character that stands out so heavily like the Ting that everyone has access to, I probably want to make a video on it. Holden is one of those characters, but I can't build him, so if I do a video, like, I'm more than happy. If you guys, I don't know how viewers feel about this, but like, if you guys don't care and just want me to say, hey, if I were to build Holden, this is how I would build him, and just do it in like a nice kind of like presentation, like maybe how I did before I had the game to use as a way to showcase it, just like have like a spreadsheet, like a slideshow type of presentation. If that's fine and people like that, even if though it's like 100% theory, then I'm more than happy to do that. But I'm one of those people who prefer to like test it, make sure I know that it works. So at least if it doesn't work, it's because something's changed between like the previous version and now. How much did it take for you to max dupe Holden? About 400 summons. I pretty much pitied everything. Like hard pitied. Where is the weekly module shop? You just click this, exchange shop, and then this. If I made a Holden guide today, the views would be crazy. Yeah, but I would be throwing 100% pure, just dairy craft. And I don't want to do that. When I start doing that, the channel's going downhill and I'm desperate. I want to make sure that I give you guys the best information because like even with the crit damage cap that I mentioned in Deting video, the moment someone proved that that is not the case anymore, and I double checked, it was 100% in the previous version, but it is not in live anymore. It is not in live. I went back and I made a pinned comment. I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to be that YouTuber. I want to be the one that you guys can come to and trust as much as possible. I'll still get shit wrong, but at least I can say, this is why I got it wrong. So this way everyone understands and we can move on. Well, that's the thing right now, dancing. I don't even make money from this right now. Don't even make money from it right now. The YouTube channel is not monetized just yet. But yes, if I ever were to do this as a job and I was desperate, you'll know because I'll be like, boom, build this character right now. Oh my God, facepalm, this is crazy. Screenshot, it'll look just like the Deting video, but it'll be even crazier. It's because I'm desperate. But at that point, I'll just say, hey guys, here's a Patreon. I may as well just do that at that point. But yeah. By the way, what was the best shell between Gigabyte and Jackal for the main support character? Gigabyte's better for PvP, but if you don't have a speed buffer in your team, Jackal will be better. It is just better to farm Nikodana. Bro, so wasn't the crit damage cap is plus 350? So in the previous version, I had checked and there was, at the very least, there was a visual indicator that it was plus 200. And I did test it. Like I have a chat log in the Discord where we were testing stuff. And I have it there and I have like multiple screenshots where I show the pieces. And it's like, I have 280% crit damage in total, like plus 280, but it's only showing plus 200. And then I tested that and I noted down the damage. I went and I did a Bayotin and I went back and it didn't change. It was like because there's some damage rolls in the game, it was really like, it didn't change at all. It wasn't as much as it should have been. It should have been not plus 50%, but it should have been like at least 5 to 10% more. It was not there. It was like there's that standard 1 to 2 variance. And so we wrote down that there was a damage cap, a crit damage cap of plus 200. And that's why I spread that information. So, but that's not true. It's not true. It's either changed or that was a visual bug or something and there's a diminishing return. So no max stat for crit. As far as I'm aware, there actually is not a max stat for crit. Is Bramble not good on Holden? So I actually need to test Bramble on Holden because I need to understand how it is treated. There's 2 ways it can be treated. The first way is the way that I think it's treated, which is just it's an additional chance. So what is Bramble's chance to where is it? Bramble, which is 25% chance. So it would be whatever your base chance is plus 25. Right? So if he has 50% from his passive, and then you have this, is it 75% chance that he counterattacks? Or is it actually a separate counterattack altogether? That is what I need to test. So I'll eventually do that. Is Chloros S2 level 4 required? No, but it does help a lot. It does help a lot. Sweet. Well, I don't want to do this right now. I can't be bothered. Because right now everyone's going to be playing. Because they're going to try to grab a bunch of these. And I just can't be bothered to try to match it. And I actually want to try to get some of the rewards. So I'm going to call it for now. It is now 12 o'clock. So that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow is the day I'm going to try to do Nico Nana a bit. And try to hopefully improve my shells and get some good 3/3s. Maybe I can improve my, like actually build a shell for this chick. And then I can eventually go into Nico, Doki Doki as well. That's kind of the goal. So that's going to be it for me today though. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to work on stuff. But we'll chat then. It'll be same time as always. Same time as Global Reset, which was 3 hours earlier than now, so whatever that was in your time zone. So, yeah. See you guys. Bye.